Hi, 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 hi everyone. Hi Josh, hi Pastel, hi Keys, hi Aloda, hi Andy, hello, 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 hello. Hi, hi, hi. How's everyone doing? It feels like a really, really long time since I've done an ASMR stream. Cause last Monday was the birthday stream. I was like, oh, this is weird. I'm kind of nervous. It just feels like it's been a really long time. But I'm excited. And I'm excited to see everyone. Cause I say this, I think, every Monday. But weekends feel like really long. From Thursday to Monday. Yeah. Hi, hi, hi. I'm excited. I really want to start streaming on Friday sometime soon so I can do like longer ASMR streams since I won't have work the next day. But we will see. We will see. Hopefully in the near future. How is everybody doing? How was the weekend? How was everyone's Mother's Day? I hope you got to do fun stuff either by yourself or with mom. Mine was kind of like partial Mother's Day, partial birthday type thing. You're just pretty good. You sent your mom flowers and it just worked. Well, look, that's something. That's something. My step Papa Mouse grilled food and it was really good. And step brother Mouse and I don't know what I call his wife. also came over. Hi, firekeepers. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Papa, Papa. Yeah, it was really good food. Hi, Eagle. Monster Hunter is gonna make you cry. You need bucket to relax. No! Why are you crying? Why are you crying? I shall soothe you while you try and skin all of the monsters to make cool shoes. I still haven't. I didn't get to do Raid Out. I'm so sad. I just didn't really have time. For like the rec, like the leaderboard get stuff. Oh, I didn't even try. I was gonna. Yeah, I added the Terra Redeem so that we can do one single card pulls per person. Oh, it has an arena quest. Yeah, I knew it's like through tomorrow, right? Or maybe it's through today, I don't remember. But I was just like, ugh, I'm not gonna rush, I'm not gonna try and get it done, it'll come back. I ain't worrying about it, because I was like, do I want to do that, which I don't really feel like doing, or do I want to play a little Oblivion as a treat? And I just can't really seem to stop playing Oblivion, so, I did that. But, I'll do it next time. I kinda didn't really feel like I needed the armor, so I was just kinda like, meh, whatever. Like, I'm pretty set on my build, I think. And until a lot more stuff comes out, I think I'm kind of alright. That's kind of like typically how I do stuff. Like, I'll wait till there's like a decent amount of content for me to do before I go back and like work my way through it. I don't want to do just like one monster be done, one monster be done. But yeah. I've just been like hard jamming Oblivion, and I'm kind of at the point like I'm like level 20 or something, and I've barely done main story. And I'm like, oh, I'm the leader of the Mages Guild, and I'm all fancy Crusader of the Nines, and blah 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 blah. Oblivion stream win, unfortunately never, because I play it on console, and it's just a huge pain. Like, I could do it, but it's such a huge pain to move the console from where it is to where the computer is, so it's easier just to like the games that I play on PC, just do streams of those, because like my list of games to play for stream is already like so crazy long that like maybe if we kind of work through all of those, then we will, I don't know, start something new, or like, drag a console from the other room. But there's just like so many, like so many. Even like just between like some retro horror and like indies, like I feel like it's like months and months and months of games, because I only do them once a week. They just like last a crazy long time. Try a first round of filtering games. No, these are like all hand-picked, like games that I want to stream for sure. So like this is like the curated list that's like crazy long. But that's how it is. Cause like sometimes like I'll see a game and I'm like, oh, I really want to play that, but I'll just like save it, cause I think it would make a good game for stream. Or like it's a game I want to replay and I decide to like wait so that I can like share it instead of just playing it on my own. So it's gotten pretty long. And then like I see all these other people play games that I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Or like suggest ideas, like I think someone suggested like playing some of those like mic reactive games, which could be fun to kind of like combine the whispering and game time. Or it could be like not fun, and I just have to be like silent for a really long time, which would be less cool, I think. Maybe boring. But we'll see. There's some other cool stuff. Horror Whispering, Alien Isolation. If I would totally do that if I hadn't already played Alien Isolation. Scratchies. I can do scratchies. I can do scratchies. Let me. Yeah. Oh, actually, give me 1 second. That was not where I think it is. Okay, 1 sec. 1 sec. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I might have to improvise. I can't find it anywhere. Like, give me 1 more second. I have like 1 more place to look. But otherwise I will improvise. I'm so sorry for your eardrums. I'm so sorry. Hi, Mom. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Also, I found it. Ah, thank you, Mom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I realized my little text that says what trigger we're doing is like kind of invisible because of my hair. I have all of the little on-screen alerts are like the text timed for the redeems, but since it took me so long to find the thing, we're gonna keep going a little extra. How do you use Q-tips? Like as in like, should you use them? Or like, how do you use them for sounds? Because you actually shouldn't use them in your ears. I use them to clean my electronics. That's how I use them with alcohol. I am a good mouse who does not use Q-tips in their ear. You love jamming Q-tips in your ears. Look, we all can agree feels like really good, but you really, really shouldn't do it. Hi, Awkward. Hello. Welcome. You use Q-tips for taking out makeup like mascara or eyeliner. Yeah, that's really good for it too. Itchy. Look. I know that it feels like really good, and I love an ear cleaning ASMR. Like it is quite my favorite thing. But it is because I deny myself the glorious feeling of Q-tip in my ear, like real style. So I have to like pretend via ASMR video that, I am ear cleaning. Yay, I'm glad you got some sleep. Even if it was like really late. A little sleep is much better than no sleep. You're gonna do it. Don't do it. It's not good for your ears. You gotta have good healthy ears to hear with. Look, I try my best sometimes. Oh wait. Okay, so here's kind of like really what got me to stop doing it. It's probably completely unrelated, but a few years ago, I like cleaned my ears with Q-tips because feels good. And then like not long after that, I got strep throat, and I was like on the side that I had cleaned the ear, and I was like, what the heck? And like my tonsil was all goofed up, and I went to the doctor, and they were like, here's med, and I was like, okay, and it like went away, and then like a month later, I cleaned my ear again, and it was like strep again on that side, like that I cleaned it again, and I was like, yo, what the heck? And I went back to the doctor, and they gave me med for it, and it like sorta went away, but then it like immediately came back, and I went back to the doctor, and like it was a whole saga, and then like had to do like more testing, and it turns out I just had like pneumonia, but I'm vaccinated for pneumonia, so I had like a really, really weird response, and instead of being like full on like lung pneumonia, it just like was in the back of my throat and gave me like strep pneumonia, and it sucked really bad, and it took forever to get rid of it. And after that, I was like, I don't know how this would happen from me cleaning my ears, but I'm like, I'm not. Yeah, you can get vaccinated against pneumonia. It's mostly for old people, or if you work with either strep pneumonia or it's like a Kilbasi pneumonia. But yeah, it's like a PVI-20 is like the vaccine. It's only for like certain strains of the pneumonia bacteria, but yeah, or virus. But yeah, you can't. Yeah, pneumonia. It's just like certain strains. So, anyhow, now I don't do it. And thank you for the emotes. I like them. I'm pretty happy with them. I need to make more. But yeah, it's a vaccine you can get. It's a one and done, and it hurts really, really bad. It is probably completely unrelated to the ear cleaning. But in my head, like, I have like the connection, so now I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to risk it. I'm too scared. What if it was related? Even though that makes no sense. No, pneumonia is the illness itself. So like a lot of people use the term pneumonia just to mean like respiratory infection, but it is a specific type of respiratory infection actually. But yeah, and also it is like not a vaccine that is offered to anyone other than like old people, and if you work with the virus or a bacteria. I actually don't know. I didn't actually work with it. I just was like in the same room where they were like working with it, so I'm like really not an expert or anything. I just happened to be in there, And because of that, I also had to get vaccinated, or it was like recommended, and I was like, yeah, do it. I'm not risking it, because yeah, if you have like a weakened immune system, it can very much kill you, and I do. So me and old people. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Also, good healthy ears to hear Bucket ASMR. Yeah. You gotta. You had liquid lung pneumonia, and it was like a near-death thing. Oh my god. Ugh, scary. Well, I'm glad you are not dead. But yeah, it can be a big deal. This one was, I don't think nearly that bad. Like, also, like, the amount that they're using is like so small that like you might get mild symptoms, but the like chances of it like being bad enough to like really make you like violently ill is like very low. Like, even when I was sick, it was mostly like I had chronic sore throat. It just was like crazy annoying because it wouldn't go away. Like, I wasn't very sick though. Although, I guess maybe that could have been because I did have the vaccine. I don't know. You would rather be vaccinated for something than not. You wish you could get rabies vaccine. You're scared of rabies. Wait, do you guys even have rabies there? I thought you guys were rabies free. Maybe he's dead and his vengeful spirit is haunting chat. No, well, actually, you know what? I take that too. Spirits and ghosts are still welcome here. You know, if this house is haunted, that is okay. We take everyone. We are very accepting of all people's ghosts also. But yeah, I'm also rabies vaccinated. I'm vaccinated for a lot of stuff. Just cause of work, just in case. No rabies here, but you're still scared. Look. Yeah, of course, sharks. If you don't have, like, so the chances of getting bitten by a rabid animal, even like where I am, where rabies is like pretty somewhat common, is really low. Like, if you see a raccoon, don't touch it. If you see a fox, don't touch it. If you see a bat, don't touch it, and you'll be like mostly fine. So, same with like random cats or dogs that are acting funny, don't touch them. But even if you do, as long as you go right to the hospital and get like post-exposure rabies vaccines, you're totally fine. It's only like bad if you like don't go to the hospital. I always feel like, I think it's because I whisper, but like my throat makes like weird noises when I stream, and I'm always like, oh god, what is that? Imagine having actual ghosts. Oh, that'd be really cool though. Ghosts are fun. Ghosts would be cool. I'd be like, yo, all y'all people, I have a ghost in chat. Rotating ghost bucket. Yeah, see, this is how we let them know that they're welcome. We have a little ghost bucket on screen. And I am the type that would touch a wild animal, not like a fox. I have a mangy fox that I see on the regular. I would not pet her, cause like I watched her kill and eat a chicken one time, and I was like, oh, I could be next, so I don't mess with her. But like, I don't know. I frequently beckon to stray cats and go, hello, hey, you let me pet, and they go, no, no pets. And I'm just like, why no pets for me? You did live with an alleged ghost before, but it was very underwhelming. Imagine, like, you have a haunting in your house, and you just, like, tell the ghost it's not really as cool as all the other ghosts on TV, and it's just like, why am I not good enough as a ghost? I do my best to haunt. I haunt the house. I move stuff around a little bit. I make it creaky, and these people are not grateful. Why? Yeah. If foxes wanted to be pet, I would pet them. If raccoons wanted to be pet, I would pet them. One time I pet a possum. I don't think it liked it. I think it didn't want me to pet it, but it also was really cute. and it didn't like grumble at me. But the raccoons that I've met grumbled at me like a lot, and I went, oh, okay, I won't bother you. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I will leave you alone. No petting from me. Only like, here's a donut. And then she was like, yeah, I'll eat that. But she was trying to like encroach on my space and move into an attic, and I was like, no, these walls are mine. So she had to leave. Hi Sabon. Hello. Pet raccoon is the dream. I mean, here's the thing. You think pet raccoon is the dream, but really, pet raccoon, very, very destructive. They will like tear up your drywall. They will open all your cabinets. They're really, really smart, so they can get into like everything. So like, you don't want raccoon in your space. Also, they bite. Like even when they like you, they're nibblers. And you saw a kitty and you went to pet him so bad you didn't have any treats, but you had your meds with you. So you shook him, trying to trick him to come over so you could pet him, but he didn't fall for it. He was like, nah, those are pills. I know this trick. Those are treaties. That's not kitties. You've never seen a raccoon? Oh yeah, they're like very much especially these raccoons. Hi Finnegans, hello. But yeah, these raccoons are very much like the North America raccoons. I think they have like raccoons in Germany now, but that's because of like importing, and they're very destructive because they're like not supposed to be over there, so they'll like get into everyone's garbage. Same with Japan, people imported them to be pets because of a TV show, I think in the 90s, and they like just end up destroying the wooden temples, and they're really destructive because they're just like not supposed to be there, and they in fact are not like tanukis. They're climbers and they have thumbs. Oh no, do not eat raccoons. Do not eat raccoons. I had to tell Brother Mouse this. Do not eat a raccoon. They are kind of like toddlers, actually. If you like toddler proof a house, you can kind of like almost raccoon proof it. But yeah, raccoons have a parasite called, well, American raccoons, actually. You know what? I don't know if they have it in other. Oh my god. My room just shook. That was scary. I don't know why that happened. Just like there was thumping and shaking. Oh, yeah. Even if well cooked, do not eat them. Yeah, parasites, raccoons. Yeah, don't eat them. They have a parasite called Palus ascaris, which is a raccoon hookworm. It's very common, and it is very, very bad for people's. And because like unlike a lot of other worms that like are host specific, they can live and just do a lot of damage to humans. So don't eat raccoons. Don't eat them. Just like don't risk it, you know. Although I really actually don't know about their parasite status like in other countries. Not even edible. No, they're very smart, but they mostly just do raccoon stuff. I really hope the raccoons are not coming for me for trash talking them and letting everyone in on their parasites. Did you know that there are parasites that just float in the air and you can breathe them in? I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that, like, can get spread different ways. That's like, toxoplasma, for, like, kitties. And that's why they tell, like, pregnant ladies not to, like, clean litter boxes and stuff, because of the, it can get aerosolized by you scooping the poop, and then you can, like, get it in your mouth and stuff. But it's actually like a really narrow window in which cats, if they're infected with toxoplasma, will release it. So the risk is actually very, very low and can kind of be boiled down to like don't get the cat poops in your mouth. Like if you wear a mask and like wash your hands and stuff, like you're fine. This is not Google says you can eat raccoon. I mean, like, technically you can. Just like you can eat wild pigs. But, like, do not eat wild hogs in the United States either. They are full of parasites. Same with bear. Bear is full of very dangerous parasites. Yeah, it's very much a like, you totally can. You should not. Because the risk is very high. Hi, A-Pop. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. There's higher than expected incidents of toxo and pedestrian traffic accident victims. Yeah, what one toxo does is reduce your essentially like your fear response. So ideally, a mouse such as myself would get toxo and become not so afraid of mice and be pretty docile and not so worried if a cat is there, and then we'd easily be eaten. But you know, I do love cats, so oh no, I might have it. Yeah, you can eat a lot of things you really shouldn't eat. Yeah, the anti-anxiety parasite, you know what, yeah, I can make that cap in traffic parasite. I could have toxo, I've never checked, and I'm really not scared of cats, and I would pet a strange cat I didn't know, so, you know. Chicken of the wood is very good, but like, here's the thing, I see people online all the time going like, here's a picture of this mushroom, and posting like, hey, can I eat this? And it's like, why are you trying to just eat random mushrooms you find outside? Like, why risk it? I wouldn't. Like, I know that mushroom looks like immoral, but like, what if it's not? I'm just not trying. You're not scared of cats at all. Wouldn't be shocked if you had toxo. Yeah, I'd let my cats eat me if it made them happy and like help them survive. You wanna eat random mushrooms you find outside? Why are you guys trying to eat random stuff you find outside? I legitimately saw that the other day. It was someone posting a picture of an amanita, like red, white spots, obviously poison. Like mushroom being like, what kind of mushroom is this? Can I eat that? And everyone was like, don't eat that. Do not eat that. That is a very poisonous mushroom. Do not eat that. But that is true. I guess if people didn't try all these things, we wouldn't know what is or is not delicious. So like, I guess someone has to do it, and better not me, better somebody else. Wait, copper. Is this really a shock? I guess so. I guess so, but you know, copper is so spicy and yummy, so like, you know, how else are you gonna get that nice crunch? You can eat this mushroom, but if it has an odd amount of dots, it's poisonous. It's fine if it's even though. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I will eat my like normal mushrooms and like fruit and berries that I like know for sure what they are. When I was at Mama Mouse's house, Brother Mouse was like walking around and they have like wild blackberries and raspberries growing, and he like doesn't really check, but he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat this, and I'm like, I know that it's safe, but like, you know, it's the boldness of just eating it. Could have been like, can't beat it, it's yummy. Yeah, just like, try it. Turning copper from a micronutrient. Yes, we are turning copper into a dietary staple. You know, you gotta. But wild berries are fun. I have a lot of growing food plants in my garden. So like, I'm very excited about having more foods I can just walk outside and munch on. Right now, it's just the mulberries, and oh, I'm beefing with the deer again, like hard. Or I guess it could be a rabbit. But like, either a deer or a rabbit is on like absolutely my shit list. My throat keeps making bizarre noises. I am so sorry if you hear them. They're very weird. But like one of them came up to came up to my pepper plant and it just ate the top. Like it bit the top completely off. So it has like 2 leaves left. And everything above it is not an ASMR stream without him. Kind of true. It's the whispering. But like everything above those 2 leaves just got chomped. And I went back today, and now it only has 1 leaf. Something ate it, and not like a worm, but like just bit it off, and not like my other peppers. Thank you for the hydrate. I did book that piece. It was you, sorry. I can't believe you ate my pepper. How could you do this? Oh god. I need to like figure out my wire controls. Because like every time I reach to the side, I like catch a wire. And I don't, oh god. And I know that I hit stuff and domestic you guys all the time, but I really try not to. And I don't really want to. I'm gonna get better about not hitting stuff. A-pop non-sequitur of the day. You hate. Oh my god, A-pop. Me too. I hate hornworms. I swear to god. I have such beef. This year, they haven't touched my tomatoes, but if I see one, I am finding chickens, and I am throwing it in the chicken coop. Oh my god, I forgot that I have those alerts on. Thank you for the follow, I'm Krusty. Let me be responsible and turn off the game and alerts, turn on the ASMR alerts. I forgot, but welcome. You got a cherry tree in your yard, although it's the kind used to make alcohol. They're pretty acidic, but now you're an adult. Oh, you could make mead or like your own alcohol. Or rumors called tomato sphinx in French. Yeah, riddle me why it keeps eating all my tomato leaves. Not this year, but like in previous years. I hate them, but hopefully, it like they won't come this year. They're normally not too much of an issue, but when they are, it's bad. They zoom in on the scent of like what is that? It's called E-Divide in French. The alcohol you can make with these cherries. It means life water. Oh, I've never heard of that. I'm not a fancy alcohol person. I was looking at the menu for a restaurant I'm gonna go to for like a late birthday dinner this week, and they have like all of these nice cocktails, and I was looking at the cocktail menu to try and like preemptively pick what I wanted to get, and there was like all this stuff that I had never heard of before, and I was like, what the heck is this? And I still don't know what it is, but it's like European liqueurs and like fancy alcohols, and I just went like, they do. I like googled it because they have the description. Like, this is me like trying to Google to understand what it is, and I still didn't really know. I was just like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna get that, because like the description was, it's an herby, bitter, rare liqueur with a very distinctive taste, and I was like, nah, that sounds scary. I'm just gonna get the limoncello drink, because I've tried like a lot of their drinks before. No. Trust me, I am well acquainted with Jägermeister. like, this is a tree. I don't want this. Like, they make a good espresso martini that I like, and the thing that I'm probably gonna get is like a limoncello cosmopolitan thing, because I like lemon, like a lot. Give me that lemon pledge, you know. But then they have like all sorts of other stuff, and I accidentally got like a whiskey drink one time, and I couldn't drink it. I like almost threw up, and I went, "Oh, I'm way too baby for this." Lemon is amazing. I love lemon, and I'm hoping since it's like spring, summer, they're gonna have like a lot of like fresh like citrusy stuff, because it's really good. They have like a lemon pasta that's so yummy. I love it. But there keeps being like a scary banging sound, and I'm like, what the heck is that? I have had a Bloody Mary, not in like a really long time though. Yeah, that like banging shook the room, and that's not from me. I don't know where that came from. I guess it could have been one of the meow meows, like knocking something over, which would not be good. But I don't think so. It sounded, I don't know, it shook the room instead of like being like a thump. Very weird. Kind of scary. Bloody Marys, they're like, I don't know, I like tomatoes a lot, but I don't like tomatoes like cold. Well, as a beverage, cold. Like, I like tomato soup. I like tomatoes with texture, like the tomato plant, like cold by itself, but like, I don't know. As a beverage, I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I tend to, I mean, I know this is very girly pop of me, but I tend to like fruity kind of beverages. Like, they don't have to be really sweet, but I like them, you know, traditional fruities, and like they can be sour or like sweet, but I've had like spicy cocktails. I don't like spicy, or like savory cocktails. I don't like, I need it to be either like, I don't know, sour or like desserty, I guess. You like citrusy pale ales? Yeah, I love a citrusy beer. Like, I don't have cocktails often, just like if I go somewhere fancy. Because normally I just want a beer or like a cider that I like. Oh, I had a really good cider the other day that was blackberry. It might have been blackberry lemon or blackberry apple. Not lemon. No, it was apple. It was blackberry apple. And it was really yummy. Very good. But they're gone. It's like, I like sour beers. I like non-traditional ciders or soju, and that's pretty much what I stick to. Or sake with some cold brew tea. I don't think I've ever found a sake that I really liked. Like, I've tried several different ones, and I went to like play board games with some friends a few weeks ago, and one of them had a pear sake, and she was like, "Oh, you gotta try this, you love pears." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so stoked, yeah." And I did not like it. Like, I drank it, but I was still just like, this is still like weird rice water. I don't know what it is, I can't get into it. Your friend showed you a cheap mixed drink. It was blueberry lemonade flavored rum with blue raspberry sparkling water. Oh, that does sound pretty good. But I like anything that's blue flavored, which is a flavor, because there's no such thing as like a blue raspberry or anything. The blue itself is the flavor, and it is yummy. Yuzu and plum sake is so good. Oh, I do like a plum wine a lot. Very yummy. It's dangerous. I mean, what? I keep hearing sounds. I think I am starting to get haunted. And I'm like, I swear I didn't move anything. The bottle shop near you has a good selection, but then again, you're not too picky. Yeah, like, I think it's like something rolled, but like, what? What rolled? I didn't touch anything. You got nervous. Oh, we are being haunted for real today, which is kind of cool. You know, VIP ghost. Bucket gets haunted and possessed ASMR. Man, that ghost would not know what to do in here. It'd be like, oh yeah, nice, time to possess somebody, and then it'd be like, oh no, I've been trapped. And I'd be like, TE, now you get to deal with everything, have fun, bye. But yeah, I used to live in an area that had like very good selections of sake and soju and like other kind of import alcohols, and I don't anymore. So like, if you're gonna get sake here, it's like really boy, you know, like baby's first, like pretty not good sake, and it just really tastes like rice water and not like good rice water. But I think I am picky with sake. I don't know. Soju I'm not picky with though. I'm like, give me that cheap garbage. And if it's like really cheap, like unflavored. Hi Zero. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh, also, I still have stuff in the wrong spot from Punishment Wheel. But hello. You wish something would take over your body so you didn't have to deal with it. Dude, yeah, like, can't I have a little break? Like a vacation? Ghost, you can. Why? Who is banging on this building? I keep hearing thumps. It has to be like the neighbor, or it has to be like, I don't know, maybe the quarry's blasting, I don't know. You can't find soju or sake anywhere. Man, so here's my soju recommendation. If you find really cheap soju that's like super mid, and it's like the unflavored kind, mix it 50-50 with like literally any beer. Cheap ones, like Coors Light, it does not matter. Mix it 50-50, make Zomac. It's good, it's so good. Get you a little twisted though, you know what it is. There's super amazing sushi place about 22 miles away from you, and they have good sake. Oh, I miss good sushi. I miss good sushi so much. The best sushi near me is literally from the grocery store. Like, they have a stand, and that's like the best it's gonna get. More likely you just miss it. You can always ask whoever is working in the liquor store if they have like sake or soju. My liquor store that I go to has like a really small selection, and I've never even tried any of their sake, but they have like the two most common soju brands in the US, and you know what, that's good enough. we take those. Also, bro, you gotta get with the program. It's whispering time. I gotta take another little sippy. I feel like my water pitcher is like the world's loudest pour. Yeah, there's like water ASMR is so nice. I like water sounds a lot. But yeah, soju's like somewhat easy to find. But it might only be like one or two brands and like pretty limited flavors, which is okay. A lot of like the most common flavors are good. Sometimes you're like, man, I wish I could find a less common flavor, but you know, it is what it is. It is. Nice. Yeah, water pour for ASMR. I wish, like, you know, they make those like water hourglasses that do like blub, 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 like blubby water sounds. Like over time, instead of the globes just that do it, just like blub, blub, blub. Those are so nice. I love those. I didn't think about getting one. It like didn't cross my mind until like the other day I was watching ASMR and they like use those and I was like, that's so nice, that's so nice. Do that again, you weren't listening. That. Yeah, so do production is nationalized. It's part of Korea's brand management. Dude, I appreciate it. Mouth pops. They're so much fun. I love mouth pops too. It's like fun to do, and then it's a fun sound. Oh, here, I'm gonna try something. One sec. Yay, yay tingles, yay tingles. When you broke your leg, you were doing ASMR mouth pops. I feel like that's a pretty cute pain response. I don't know how else to put it, but that's pretty cute. Yeah, I just wanted to try it. I was like, I don't know if I've done mouth pops like this before. Dion, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Hi, hi, hi. Is my panic response fight, fight, flight, or freeze? It's fight. When people scare me or something scares me, I immediately go, I will punch. I will punch. And normally it scares people. I think freeze is really, really normal. Like, I know it's like fight or flight, but I think most people freeze. Actually, because it's like, what do I do? Brain overload. Okay, I'm resetting the setup. Oh, hi Axel, hello. You angry cry? I also angry cry. Like, if I get overwhelmed or like overstimulated, that's when I will cry at the worst times. But it's just like, I don't know what to do. So like, I'm like, oh. Yay, I'm glad it's comfy, Pop. I'm so glad. Yeah, there's like too much emotion. Tap piece. Do you want tappies? We have channel point redeems now for triggers, but we can always kind of just, you know. But that's really glad, or I'm really glad. It makes me really happy that you guys come to hang out with me on any stream day, really. But if I can make it comfy time and we can have some very, very silly shenanigan chats, it is awesome. It makes me really, really happy. You can typically control your anger, but if you get like super duper mad, the tears flow like crazy. Yeah, same. Well, I kind of do two things. I will sometimes, like, I'll cry because I'm just like, I don't want to be angry at someone, but like, I have all this, like, too many feelings. And then sometimes I'm just like, just kidding, we are going for the throat. I will try and ruin you emotionally. I want you to feel bad. And it's like, I hate doing that. But like, if I am like, just so done and I have tried everything I can to like, diffuse a situation, I am just like, okay, it is time to just like put someone down, I guess. Cause it's like, if I ever tried to like actually physically fight someone, I would just get obliterated. I can't do that. Like, even if I had a weapon or something, someone would just be like, okay, that's sad. Like, just maybe stop. You're embarrassing yourself. You love bucket streams. They're like comfy, hang out and chill. No, that's like what I want them to be like. I feel like there's a difference between being like parasocial and just like being social. And it's like I want it to be like comfy time and like actually, you know, be social. I feel like parasocial is when you're like, you know, I've been to stream 3 times and we are best friends forever or something. But it's like, if you actually like chit chat and kind of know each other, that's just regular social. Hi Unk, you're parasocial. I mean, that's fine too. I'm like not gonna tell anyone how to live their lives. Be as para as you want. It's all fun and games till the mouse pulls out a 45. I mean, true. I'm really scared of guns though. I just have my knife. On the parasocial scale, I'm a level 0. You've seen some. Look, I feel like the scale is like, you know, be normal, you know, be social with people, interact, and then there's like, I don't know, not to like have opinions, but I don't know, like the people who are like, oh chat, you're my husband though, like we're married for real. I'm like, I mean you're not, and that's kind of weird, and like, I don't know, it immediately makes me kind of like not trust people as much. Like, I'm sure some people, they're like actually super close to like their communities and like it's like a mutually social relationship or whatever. But then sometimes I'm like, are you just like, I don't know. It just kind of like sometimes rubs me the wrong way and makes me kind of go like, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one, boss. Cause like, I don't know. There's like, I don't know. It just feels a little weird to me. But I guess, you know, it's really hard to know from an outside perspective. But someone within that community or the streamer themselves would know more or like it differently. So it might be a very different relationship from what like it appears like from the outside, I guess. You always like saying vibes are super comfy, like hanging out, but you don't want to make the streamers uncomfy by saying that just in case. Well, I feel like that is like what a lot of people want out of their streams. Like, I want people to feel really comfortable here, and like they can hang out, and like we can just talk about stuff. And I don't want people to feel like, I don't know, they can't say stuff. Like, I'm very much like, you know, kind of like it's definitely like, you know, a space that is built the way I want it to be. So like if someone was like, hi, I want you to do all these things that are not what you want to do, I'd be like, no. you know. But in general, I like it to be like a cozy space for everybody, or like a ridiculous space. You know, we can do a lot of stuff. You think it's hard to tell how much of it is serious and how much is just playing into the keep without being part of a community. I totally agree, but totally agree. Like, it's really hard to know. So for me, it might be like, well, that feels weird, but I wouldn't really know. So it's really not my place to judge it, I guess. Cause like, I'm not there, I wouldn't know. And I guess I also like being close to my community, just like, I guess in a different way. So like, maybe it's really not as different as like I think in my head. It's really hard to know. You feel like it can veer over into something icky, but Trump can't be well triumph. Yeah, I think it's also very different between if someone is doing like I have no idea how to say that word, K-pop, that is kind of like that, and they were like being really wholesome and being really supportive of their communities and just like spending time together. K-Fabe. Thank you. And then it's like different if people are like, oh, you can be my chupa husbando for like $10 every month, or like a certain, like, I don't know. It feels weird if someone is like, I guess, forcibly profiting for people to get it. I don't know. I feel like there's a fine line between it being like very sweet and very normal and it being like a little exploitative. And I just don't think that's good to do to people. I don't think that's very, I don't know. Like, I want everyone in the community to like do well. I'm actually not talking about any other ASMR streamers, because here's the thing, I don't really know any more ASMR streamers. This is the thing, like, people could be like, oh, Bucket, you're talking about specific streamer. I'm not, because I don't know them. I like know so few people, and like the only other ASMR streamers that I know are like super cool, like very chill, and like just don't do that type of content. Like, I really don't know that many people who do. Like, I just kind of know vaguely that it's a thing. And it's like, again, like, I don't know, I think you should just want the best for your community. And sometimes I feel like, some people don't really look at it that way. Thank you so much for the follow, your local penguin. Hello. Money is one thing, blood samples are another. Yeah, you have so much blood. Think about how much blood you have. Like, you know, you'll just make more. You can just grow more blood. It originated with wrestling. It's playing into the illusion of your character. That's very cool. I had no idea where it came from. Yeah, I get $1. You get marriage. And then you get divorce. And I get half. Look, A-Pup, we know that you're forming the largest VTuber viewer harem of all time. And everyone goes, oh wow, I can't believe it. How can A-Pup have so many husbandos? But yeah, it's keeping up with the character, which I think in comparison to a lot of like Western VTubers, I have like somewhat high cave babe, but it's just cause like I'm actually just it kind of just matches up really well. Humans are blood sacs or blood trees. Look, we just are full of it. Like everything that's alive is just like a weird blood transportation vehicle. Yeah, like blood machines. She knows. Look, I'm on to you, I'm coming for you. No flesh machines running off of blood. Treating your IRL life as kayfabe to make it easy to maintain. I mean, it's like, you kind of want to be able to be you and not have to pretend to be somebody else. And it's really nice if you can make like, if I couldn't be me, if I had to like pretend to be like, I don't know, like, I have no idea, some type of other mouse that wasn't like a weird little freak. I just couldn't do it. It made me sad. Like if I couldn't just be open and be me, I would feel like people weren't there for like me and they were there for somebody that didn't exist, you know? So I like being a mouse that is representative of me in all facets, you know? It's very comfy. It's very comfy. It feels better. You're a machine that turns free time into wasted time. I mean, what is wasted time, really? If you either enjoyed it or relaxed or, you know, it was helpful for you. Eventually the mask just becomes another part of yourself. I mean, this is true, but in a tismy way, I get really, really, really tired of pretending to, like, be not so much me, that, like, if I had to do that here, I wouldn't enjoy it. But because I can just, like, be who I am, like, very naturally, it's like super fun. It feels like being able to, relax, you know? Like, being yourself is the best part of streaming. You can express yourself so much. Yeah, exactly. So, like, because I can just be me and kind of do whatever comes naturally and express myself, what is, like, just kind of raw, I guess, it becomes, like, kind of like a little safe haven, like a little special place, if that makes sense. Yeah, because we gotta do that. You know, wear masks a different part of our lives. I mean, obviously, most people have, like, work mode, but, like, I try and do, like, extra. Because otherwise people are like, oh, what the heck? This one is weird. And I'm like, I don't want to do that at work. Or, like, I guess around in, like, IRL social situations, because otherwise it gets really sad. But, you know, yeah, work mode is so real. Especially if this is a thing you're doing out of enjoyment. Yeah. Like, would I like to be successful streaming? Like, yeah, absolutely. But I'm really mostly here to kind of like socialize and have a really good time. So even if I'm never like very successful, as long as I can be me and like have fun and communicate, then I'm very happy. Now that you think about it, all your favorite VTubers have glasses. You think you've cracked the code. For real. Agreed. Glasses. Glasses top tier. Except for when I forget to wear my glasses for a really long time and then I get a headache. That's less fun. Then glasses are not so great. Then we frown. Big round glasses. Yeah. Where's that one glasses brand? Glasses are peak. I love my round glasses. I also have like a thick frame there that makes me look like a huge nerd. The round ones are at least kind of like fashionable, you know? Or at least fashionable now. It's harder to actually get the social aspect of the stream the more successful you get. Yeah, true. Like, if one day I get a partner, I'd be really happy, because that'd be like a big accomplishment, you know? But I would struggle. I feel like, at least with ASMR, you know, like a lot of people just want to listen, and which is awesome, and it's kind of like I can keep track with kind of like a decent amount of people in chat versus listening. But like the people who are like, I don't know how people handle like 100 people talking, I'd be like, oh my god, I can't read anything. He's here. Most people say they prefer smaller streamers because they actually get acknowledged in chat, but at the same time, you would be happy if they're finally getting recognition. Yeah, like, I really don't think I would ever be happy with, like, a chat I couldn't talk to, because then I'm like, well, if I wanted to talk to myself, Mr. Meow Meow's right there, you know? Like, I like actually talking, and I think most streamers I watch, like, there's like a couple streamers I watch that are like around like 100, 200 people, and they have like really active chats, and they're somehow able to like greet every single person, and you know, they'll respond to as many messages as they can. But I'm like, oh my god, how are you able to keep up with this? Like, I miss stuff all the time, and it's not nearly like that. But maybe part of it is also practice. Like, the more you do it, the more you can make sure you can like read quickly and make sure you catch everyone, so that everyone knows that like, you know, they're there and you're appreciative. And I know that's probably why I like them, because you know, they clearly care a lot, and they're also really fun. Eventually the individual disappears in the mass. Yeah, it's yeah, I guess so. Like, he heard his name, he knows. Yeah, I think it's like, maybe like almost exactly partner levels, and not like more than that would be like my ideal. Cause then I can still talk to everyone, and like, but also personal goals, you know? The mind can only handle so many social relationships to keep track of. It takes quite a bit of upkeep. Yeah, I mean, I can remember a lot of names, but I think, like I said, I think more than that, my brain would explode. I'm not even used to talking to so many people. You like smaller streamers because that way you can be more parasocial. I understand, Unk. I understand. Look, I'm also the same way. Hi, Yoru. Hello, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Like, I don't really watch big streamers. I have friends that watch like big streamers, and they're like, oh yeah, I watched a streamer whose name I don't remember like the other day, and I'm like, I guess it's like listening to a podcast, but I wanna chat with my streamer. Like, most of the streamers I watch are my friends, and like, if I can't bully them, what am I doing? Yeah, Mr. Meow Meow likes to be in all of my business, and they can't keep up. They pick a mess. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, if you have that many, you kind of just do what you can, I guess. But yeah, I feel like, I guess I do like occasional podcasts, but like, I guess if I'm watching a stream, I want to pay attention. If I wanted to listen to a podcast, I'd watch, you know, the video on 100 levels of Backrooms Explained YouTube video. Which, yeah, did I watch that today just to have noise? Yes, I did. So yeah, it's just like, you know, podcasting, which is a different thing. I'm watching a stream to interact. I'm listening to a podcast because if I don't, I'll get distracted. To be fair, I will occasionally, like, even for my friends, like, if they streamed a game I'm really into, I will go back and like catch the VOD and stuff. But that is very much, you know, just like the podcast of your buddy. Backrooms Explain playlist 69 out of 1024. Look, I've listened. Look, these are the types of videos that I do listen to. When like I've burned through like my favorite streamers. Where did I put my tarot deck? Yeah, when I've like burned through, not streamers, YouTubers, like actual videos, when I have gone through all the ones that I got, I am like, okay, where's my SCPs playlist? And someone with like the driest tone possible going, you know, oh, SCP, blah 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 blah. Feels weird to say hello, but no, that's okay. This is what stream is for. This is what stream is for. Thank you for being here, and thank you for following. And if you just want to take a nap and just chillax and fall asleep, I am just as happy. Like, the fact that people come here and get sleepy and they're like, okay, yes, mission accomplished. Like, I want people to be comfy. Okay, I'm shuffling the deck. I've watched 100 levels of the backrooms for the 4th time today, now what? I mean, you know, sometimes mood. Sometimes I just will, like, rewatch stuff I've watched to kind of, like, I don't know, maybe, like, get inspiration or get an idea. And, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes you're like, yeah, no backrooms ideas today. Okay. What we got? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is my fault. I'm passing my bad luck onto you. It's in the video. You want to watch it? I'll post it in the Discord after stream, or we could type. Verdict is the tower, regular style, which is good, much better than reversed. So tower, regular style. Think about things changing in a rather dramatic and violent fashion. Things crumbling, things coming down. You can look at this as either, oh no, things are going bad. You know, distraction, bad things. You know, essentially bad luck. Or you can look at it as that you're kind of at a place where you might need to dismantle either some things that are going on in your life or potential preconceived notions in order to clear room for something new. So, tower often has pretty bad connotations, but you can look at it in a kind of more positive way. Speaking of backrooms, you have hot takes. You prefer the fandom version because just the visual and ambience is much more immersive than the wiki. Even though you really feel the sublimers. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like SCPs. Like some of them are gonna be good, and then some of them are going to be kind of, you know, garbage. And I agree, a lot of the media, like the wiki's like, whatever. You know, it's a good groundwork. And the backrooms in general is a pretty good thing to like work off of. But then a lot of it's pretty dumb. And you're like, okay. Okay. And we do have some reversed ones in here. Also, this is only major arcana, no minor. SCPs are more filtered. True, but it's like, I feel like they were more filtered than they are now. Like, I've seen some that are pretty like, alright buddy, and then some are really cool. Okay, awkward. You have the moon, and I am gonna have to look this one up because I can't remember off the top of my head, because I never pull the moon. Okay, the moon. The moon is a card of illusion and deception, and therefore often suggests a time when someone is something or someone is not as though it appears to be. Perhaps a misunderstanding or a truth you cannot admit to yourself. So, I mean, you can look at it as maybe there's something you're trying not to address that you need to, or that something in your life may not be as it seems and you might need to reassess a situation or look at something from a different perspective. That is the first time I've ever pulled the moon. You only know backrooms because your younger sister used to be scared of Siren Head. So like a good sister, you looked up everything about Siren Head to scare and you found out about it through that. Moon transformed 3 cards into spades, if you remember correctly. What? Siren Head is really cool. The artist who designed Siren Head is one I really like. His name is Trevor Henderson. And he has done some of the cover art for some of the horror books I've read. And he just generally does some very cool, like, he'll take like a photograph and like do his art on it and like edit creatures and stuff into actual pictures. It's very cool. Very, very cool. And with tarot, obviously, take it as much as you want. Like, it could mean something, it could be nothing. It is fun, and sometimes it is a tool to look at things in a different way than you were before. Although, frequently, when I do a tarot for myself, it is freaky accurate, which is kind of different too. Like, doing it for someone else versus like being able to like choose the card yourself is different. Okay, pastel. Oh, we have chariot reversed, which I also am not super familiar with. Okay, it can kind of, so I was like, chariot, I know, chariot in regular orientation is like confidence, your ability to overcome obstacles, like you should believe in yourself, stuff like that. Chariot in reverse is kind of the opposite. You may be feeling some lack of direction or potential self-doubt, and the thing to remember here is that in those situations, you should be able to trust yourself. If you're feeling self-doubt, make sure to kind of like look back on what you do know and assess like things you are confident in and use those self-assurances to address whatever thing you might be having some questions or potential anxiety about. It can also mean like opposition and oppression, like if something is preventing you from doing something. It's again another good way to remember to like trust in yourself and overcome what might be kind of standing in your way. Universe has its way of instantly pointing something out. Once you hear it, you'll leave it at that. Sometimes I've had tarot readings that are completely like nothing burgers, where I'm like, this doesn't mean anything scary accurate. But the last time I had a friend of mine who was just reading tarot for like, some people we knew. She just read everyone for complete filth. Like, people were like, oh, can we have love tarots? Because you can like, focus and ask for a specific subject or, thing. Whereas these are just like a general one card, no specific, pull. But like all of them were so accurate that they were like, oh, what the fuck? Oh god, oh no. And she did one for me that was like right before I started streaming. And it was like just a general one, and it very much was like, yeah, do the thing you want to do. Like, you have a cool project idea, you have like goals and stuff. If you believe in it and you work hard, you will achieve them. So you should 100% go for it, and it will make you very happy. And I was like, okay, we're doing it. And she probably doesn't know that, but it definitely gave me a lot of encouragement to go ahead and start, because originally I wasn't gonna start until I had all of my assets and the actual model done, and I was just gonna wait, But it worked out. And Ankira tool, is this your tarot orientation? Is this the new card? I don't know what they're called. Major New Arcana. New social link in Persona 6, the tool. I mean, here's the thing. It could be monkey with a typewriter. Or it could be, I don't know, your own interpretation, really. It's kind of one of those things. I like doing it. Is it real? I mean, probably not. But like, hey, whatever. Maybe it is. Persona mention. Yeah, see, Mr. Meow Meow heard too. Persona mention. Persona 3 is my favorite Persona. And it's like, not close. But they're all pretty good. I know know, people sometimes like give for shit for whatever reason, but it's a very good. Oh my god, he is on it. He is a Persona fan. Persona 3 is the only one you've played. Congratulations, you played the best one. I think Persona is one of those things. If you don't really like the dungeon crawling, and if you can't get into the social links, you're gonna be like meh. But like, you know, if you can kind of like get into it, they're really fun. But they're very much like, you know, a Persona game. They're all kind of in the same genre. The thing you love with the dungeon crawling, there's definitely Shin Megami Tensei games that you might like more than Persona then, that are mostly the dungeon crawling, not so much the social aspect. You're very happy you got upgraded persons with the quality of... I mean, that's so true. Quality of life improvements after 3 were pretty big, but story of 3 is my favorite. Is it real? Probably not, but you create your own meaning. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like if you can use it to like kind of give yourself, like, especially if it like kind of, if you immediately after getting a tarot reading think about something, well, that's probably something you should deal with, you know. And it's a good way to point stuff out. You like P3, but P5R has your heart. I mean, I love 5 too. 5 is really good. You can be asked to do the social aspect. I love the social aspect. I didn't think I would, but I don't know. After playing a couple, like, the social aspect really gets you, you know? Yeah, I just think there is the best plot. You actually tried Persona because of SMT. I mean, yeah, it's like, it is one of those things. For people who tried Persona first, then I'm like, maybe SMT. And for people who tried SMT, I'm like, also Persona. Because, you know, there's good ones in, like, all of, like, the Offshot series. Same reason you didn't really like 3 Houses compared to other Fire Emblems. Oh, I love 3 Houses. I do like tactics type gameplay, but I was about to be like, I could have just not done the actual combat. But then I was like, nah, I did need that, actually. I like the balance. You yearn for a dot hack game with social links. I yearn for another dot hack game, period. Give me my franchise back. I want to play a good dot hack game. There's only so many times I can play the old ones or GU, which isn't true. I could just keep doing it, actually. I would love to play GU again. I would love to play the old ones again too, but they're kind of slow, you know? And they're pretty punishing sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of like a psychological trick, really. It's giving you something vague and giving you the ability to tie it to something going on in your life. If there's something applicable. If there's not, there's not, you know? But if, like, you know, I did a tarot spread for myself, and, you know, got Reverse Tower, got Justice, and something else, and it was like, you know, terrible, terrible, terrible. You have to break it down, you have to tear it down, terrible, terrible, everything crumbling, take responsibility, and I was like, ah! You know, because it's like, yeah, I could think of stuff, and, you know, it just really makes you go, okay, you have to deal with this thing, because it's clearly bothering you. Fire Emblem 3 Houses is your favorite, but that's because you're in love with Dimitri. You read some, my beloved. One day, I will do Bucket's husband and wives tier list, and everyone's just gonna be like, wow, this is literally just the same person over and over and over, and like the xenomorph in like 5 different forms. It would be very embarrassing. I'm never actually gonna do that. It might be the schedule system compared to the social gameplay, since Yakuza 7 did social. Yakuza 7 did social links. I haven't played a lot of the newer Yakuzas, which is, you know, probably pretty bad, because I do love Yakuza. Geo was your teen, no internet coping is right. It's so good. It's so good. I do. I have one type, and it's like murder husband and or wife. Community hear me out, cake. Mine is just like the most normal murder individuals, and then the xenomorph, which everyone, I don't think is much of a hear me out. They just be like, yeah, that shit goes out. It's like that, and like some spider ladies from Dark Souls are like, I think my physically weirdest, spouses. The JRPG Yakuza's have social links. Oh, I didn't play either of those. I've only played 0 through 5. I think I might have missed one in there, to be fair, because I don't remember. I'm really bad that they all kind of just like blur together at a certain point, other than 0. All the other ones I'm like, yeah, which one is that? I don't remember. Cause if Majima is not like on screen, I'm like, yeah. Where's Majima? Show me, Goro. You need a sweet treat. Oh, get a sweet treat. Stinky murder wife, Sotoko from Danganronpa. I've never played any of those. You love Goromagala from Yakuza. I love Goromagala from Yakuza too, and from Monster Hunter. I've watched people play them. I honestly, so it's like, you know how like you can be put off from Persona by the social link. I am put off by Danganronpa, by it kind of being a visual novel. I don't like I get bored. I'm like, cool overall concept, but like, just, I don't know, I just get distracted. Xenomorphs were designed to blend predatory and body horror and sexiness. Yes, you are supposed to think the xenomorph is hot, and I'm not weird. She's supposed to be sexy. There's nothing wrong with that. Woman being my wife. Scorn is also cool. A lot of, bits. But Scorn was fun. I liked it. I wish it had not had any combat in it. It should have just been a, puzzle game. That's my Scorn note. Danganronpa is great. You would never recommend it to anyone you care about. Understandable. Nagito, you're beloved. I don't remember it well enough. Like, I have watched most of them played, so I kind of know about the plots roughly, but I don't remember anyone. It's fantastic, awful. I'm glad everyone is in consensus. There's a couple games I've been recommended by people that I do need to look more into, for the gameplay, because I was told there's, what is it? A game that's like Hyperdimension Neptunia, but if it was dramatic and horror and gore and stuff, and I'm like, oh rad, but the combat in Neptunia is so boring. It is yeah, Death and Request, yeah, that's what it's called. But I hate the Neptunia combat. It is a slog, and I've played several of those and did the slog, and I don't ever want to do it again. We went at Scorn Walking Simulator. Yeah, you remember the first gameplay in 15, 17. You were still a minor. Oh man, I'm so old. Neptunia combat is the worst kind of old JRPG. Yeah, it's slow. If I don't like Neptunia combat, you don't think I'll like Death and Request combat much. Ugh, dang it. Because the rest of it looked cool. I have the hack maxing tag. I have a tag that says hack maxing. It's not a joke. I'm a hack. I'm old. I legitimately, I guess earlier today, had a moment of crisis, which is, this is dumb, don't make fun of me. I had a moment of crisis where I was am I too hag to be a cute mouse? Should I have made a more hag-esque model design? Is there too much of a had like a moment of crisis. Wait, oh, it will not let me scroll. You kind of dated yourself by mentioning Dot Hack as a teen. Yeah, I played it when I was a teen too. There's a pinball mechanic. Wait, what? I'll look into it more. It does look like it might be cool enough. And you don't think that? Never do hack to be a cute mouse. Hack Mimi Mouse is fine. Yeah. Also, to be fair, you love hacks, aka women your own age. Yeah, it's like the people who are like, I love hacks, aka my peers. And it's like, to be fair, I am still like pretty small, and I do get confused to be like a student semi-regularly, which I think is crazy because I'm like, I'm not, and I don't look like them. They like definitely like a grad student maybe, but like definitely not like an actual student. But I'm like, maybe it's because like I carry a school bag, I don't know. But still, it was a momentary crisis. I also don't think like, you know, I don't think I could really pull off like those people who have like, I don't know, like mommy-esque models. I would just like feel so uncomfortable because I'd be like, this is not me at all. You don't know what age counts as hacks these days. You're stuck in the middle of being old and young. I've always heard, yeah, hag over the age of 30. Like if you're over 30, hag territory. Someone tells me 25 is a hag, and I'm like, actually, this time I'm really gonna do it, you know? But yeah, the Persona 5 school bag is like my actual bag that I carry when I need to carry stuff. We call everyone hags for the memes, but you find, yeah, it's people in your 30s for hag. And it's like, people think you're in your 20s regularly. Yeah, I get told that too. Like, I asked someone who didn't know me well, and they were like, yeah, you're like mid-20s, right? And I was like, bro, no. Also, I talk about old shit. Like, you should just be able to tell. Like, context clues. I don't know anything that's new. I'm telling you about PlayStation 2 games constantly. You've heard people say they're gonna be old in reference to their 20th birthday. I mean, that is when my joints started going downhill, so, you know, if they're anything like me, it's the beginning of the end. You're not a hag yet, but almost. To be fair, nothing feels any different. It all feels the exact same. Except for, like, I'm not on the cutting edge of memes. Yeah, my joints just creak a little extra. Someone's like, I'm so old, I'm 22, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, there's a streamer I watch a lot, and she's like, oh man, I'm like 25, I'm ancient. And someone will mention someone in their 30s, and they'll be like, no, that's old. And I'm like, oh my god, RIP, I'm taking so many strays right now. And hi, Derpy. Hi, welcome. Some WD-40, I need it. The joints be creaking when I get up, when I wake up first thing. Like, one of my legs is so stiff, I like limp around everywhere for like an hour. Cause if I like bend it, it hurts too bad. I gotta wait for the joint to warm up. You've had back pain since you were 16? Yeah, exactly. I started the joint issues early. WD-40 is no longer enough. Oh, I mean, probably true. It'd probably be like that. Yeah, I mean, I'll take the mobility aid. Someone can put me in a chair and push me around. Or I can get in a little backpack. We'll just take off the limbs. And that's gonna be my new transportation method. Yeah, don't sleep on your neck wrong. Sometimes I'll like sleep on a shoulder wonky, and like the joint will get all stuck, and like the pop when I like pull it back into place honestly real. Like, if anyone is in good health, take care of it. Do not do stuff that will hurt your knees. Do not, like, slam them on the ground when you kneel down to pick up a big heavy dog. If you're lifting something heavy, use 2 people. You know, don't hurt your back. You wish you could get your upper back to crack without paying a chiropractor. Oh, I can't get my back to crack at all. Yeah, one of the little cat fat bags so I can look out the window. Ideal. You go to the chiropractor every week, you're alright so far. I've never been to one. I, am kind of scared of chiropractors, because I have a really goofed up spine, and I know that, if it goes at all wrong, it can make it way worse, and it's kind of finally in a spot where it's not causing, arm numbness anymore. I ain't risking it, you know? You need a wrist brace. You can feel carpal. Yeah, if you are doing art, a lot, definitely wear wrist supports so you don't get carpal tunnel. Cause that sounds terrible. Zippies. Again, wire immediately. It's like my fingers just find out where the wire is. Chiropractor saved you from going insane as a teen. You had chronic migraines for 5 months and no doctor could figure out why. He saw a chiropractor. For one visit, reset a disc that had slipped. No more migraine. Ooh. I wonder. I have some messed up discs. And that's why I'm too scared to go. So far, all I've done is you can get injections between your vertebrae that'll help inflammation go down, and that helped a lot. But I wonder if that's related to my migraines. But I've had those for a really long time, so I don't know. Used to play piano and that shit hurts. You can't imagine carpal tunnel. Oh, yeah, no, I could not. I thankfully have okay wrists. They're my only joint that's okay. Lay on your back, put your foot next to your knee on the outside, then rotate your spine while laying on your back. Yeah, it's not real science, but sometimes it can help you stretch, I guess. Yeah, whatever helps. I had I'm not someone who goes to spas or does anything fancy. I don't ever go to get nails done or anything. But one time, I went and got a massage at a spa, and oh, that was so nice, because she was able to crack my knuckles and stuff, and I don't know, do other stuff and get some knots out. And I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And then she got down to one of my knees and wiggled my leg, and she went, I think you need to see a doctor. And just didn't mess with that leg anymore. And I was just bro, what? I know it's busted, it's fine. I can't do anything about it. I just got a loosey-goosey knee. Needs tightening. You're gonna make you start posting cryofits in your Discord. Oh my god. There's a chiropractor on TikTok, and I'm not gonna lie, I suspect the pop sounds are fake. I suspect it is not necessarily real, but it sounds like it feels really good, and that's enough to make me feel sleepy. Hi Evan, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Sometimes the illusion is enough for me to be cozy. In France, you're very prone to getting scammed by all kinds of pseudoscience. It even sometimes passes on national TV, stuff like animal telepathy, mediums carrying addiction by shoving lasers in your ears, using spirits of nature to bless your place in one and only of those things doesn't have governmental funding involved. That's insane. lived in the backyard when I was a little mouse. Like it. And they're gonna be like, what the fuck? The woods? Where were you? And I'm like, I am buckled land. Drinking lots of water fixes like 20% of the problems you could have. Yeah, it is. Not drinking enough water is like pretty constantly one of my issues. Like, every time I'm like, ugh, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel so icky? What is this? What's happening to me? I am dehydrated. And then, like, someone's like, are you dehydrated? And I'm like, I mean, yeah. Thank you for the hydrate. I do need to drink more water. It was a lot of water. You added in Discord with one that blows your mind. Oh yeah, nice. The other day, I was like, man, TikTok is not giving me my sleepy ASMR video. I'm alive. Water got stuck in my throat, and I was like, oh, I'm breathing it in. But TikTok was not giving me my normal sleepy time ASMR videos, and I had to resort to going to YouTube. Hi Lahunk, welcome. And but my favorite ASMR person had like a long form fever dream ASMR video that was like so unhinged, and I was like, oh yeah, this is so good. You really only drink water. You like distilled water though, and you don't suggest doing it. It's just yummy. I don't know that I know that what that tastes like in regards to like other water. One time you were complaining about headaches and feeling nauseous, and it turns out you were dehydrated because you hadn't drank water in 2 days. That's now. Real though. Very real. Yeah, it's like being hungover is like you didn't, like, I guess dilute the alcohol in your body. You like can't flush it out well enough. But I still get like, even if I drink a lot of water, I'm still very prone to hangovers now. Whereas when I was a young mouse, shit was different. It was a different time. Me and a bottle of vanilla spiced Jaeger. We were buddies. And now I'm like, get it away from me. We're drinking like 2 beers with our water, or like a bottle of soju, and that's it. I mean, I assume instead of water you drink liquids of other kinds, maybe, hopefully. Because yeah, sometimes, like, when I stream and I talk a lot, I notice when, like, my mouth starts getting dry and stuff, and I need to drink water. But, like, if I'm just, like, minding my business at, like, home, not doing anything, I will just, like, go all day with no water. And if I don't have, like, a tasty drink to drink, I just won't drink anything. At least you're relaxed. You were never a drinker. You were a party favor type. You don't do this anymore. I define party favor. I'm not very, like, social. I get really scared of being social in person. So, really, I would just, like, go to a friend's party, like, that I knew really well, and I'd be really scared. So it'd just be, like, me I tried a couple things, and basically all of them I went, oh, that's not for me. I don't really like that. Never again. And basically only the world's most basic stuff that, like, you know, wasn't very scary. And still, I was just like, oh, that's a lot. That's too much for me. You'll be hungry and your friends are like, what have you eaten? And you're like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, if I get too hungry, I immediately start feeling like pretty viciously ill. So I am very on top of like making sure I eat on the regular, so as to like not get low blood sugar and stuff, because I will get grouchy so fast. Hungry enough to eat a horse maybe. You're an introvert who had very extroverted friends who would come into your house and drag you out. But yeah, that was very much my experience too. I'd be like straight up in bed, ready to go to sleep, and I'd have like friends be like, "Hey, we're going out. You're coming," and I'd be like, "Okay, okay." But now, if someone did that to me, like I was in bed and they were like, "We're gonna go to the bar," I'd be like, "Not on your life. You ain't getting me out of my house. I'm sleepy and I will not go out." But young Mouse was very scared to tell people that I didn't want to do things, because I was scared that they wouldn't want to do stuff with me ever again. You're that way now too. Yeah, now I'm like, well, if somebody doesn't want to hang out with me or talk to me just because I don't want to go out and do stuff, I mean, that's probably fine. We're probably not meant to be friends. You're an extrovert with niche interests who dislikes most normal folks. It is pain. That's fair, that's fair. Your girlfriend is big on staying out late and you're like, great, have fun, babe, it's 10 p.m, that's my bedtime. Oh my god, so real. I just couldn't. I'd be like, yeah, you go have fun. I gotta be here. But also, I think if I had a partner that like wanted to go out and be out late, I'd be like, if you wake me up when you come home, we're gonna have words. Cause like, I get really grumpy if I'm like trying to go to sleep and something won't let me go to sleep. Like if I get woken up like middle of the night after I've been asleep a bit and then I can go back to sleep, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But like, sometimes Mr. Meow Meow will not let me go to sleep, and I'm like, Mr. Meow Meow, I love you so much, but I am absolutely gonna lose it, and you are gonna have to sleep on the couch. Just a bunch of misfits. I mean, kind of. We're kind of, you know, I feel like I'm a bit of a strange little mouse, and I feel like it only fits that we have kind of our own eclectic group of dwellers here. It fits. You wanna hang out and play tabletop RPGs or watch a movie, not drink gross tasting liquids and stand around a stranger's house. I hate going to strangers' houses. Like, it makes me so uncomfortable, and half of it is I'm like, does your bathroom work? If I have to pee here, does that shit lock? Cause one time in my youth, I was like 21, I went with a friend to like some rando's birthday party, and they had one bathroom, and that shit didn't lock. And I was like, I swear. And like someone tried to come in, and I was like, no. And I had my friend guard the door the whole time. Never again. Hated that. I gotta know that your bathroom locks. Go to hotels and talk to drunk people in the toilet. What? That's wild. That's a lot. That's a lot. I do kind of also hate that. Like, it is a thing. Drunk people will just talk to you, and you're like, I wasn't prepared for this social interaction. So, like, I don't know what to say to you, and I'm probably gonna say something really strange and mess it up. Vera! Hi. It's good to see you. Hi, happy Monday. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. It's very anxiety inducing. Yeah, bathrooms scary. Strange bathrooms extra scary. I am very well. I hope you are well too. I hope you're having a good Monday. Yeah, no, not fun. Not fun. Didn't like it. It was a very strange party too. It was a weird time. It was very much like I really want to go home, but I did not drive. Yeah, I don't talk to strangers when I'm drunk either. I'm just vibing. I'm in my lane. Or like, I'm talking to my friends. Yeah, I was doing really well until I had to have a conversation I was not expecting on short notice. You love talking to people when you're drunk because your anxiety is non-existent, so you can finally say things. That makes sense, and I bet that's probably the case for a lot of people. You're scared of people, and being drunk doesn't change that. Me too. Like, sometimes, if someone strikes up a conversation with me, I'm like, okay, but it like has to be a particular type of person, which is mostly cute girls. Like, I don't know, sometimes like a cute drunk girl will talk to you while you're also drunk, and then you're immediately like, this is my new friend. We have friends now, and I am happy. But then sometimes you're like, I just know that we don't vibe right, and now I'm scared. One time you accidentally left your phone at home during a party, so you were forced to get drunk so you could talk to people because you only knew one person there. Oh my god. Hi, Flea Flicker. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. One of your last weeks before you left Portland, you had a cool moment like that. Dude, sometimes it's fun. And like, I have made an actual friend like that. But normally, I feel like when I was younger, I was better about it. But now I'm just kind of like, oh. You were out at a bar, and this super drunk girl came up and asked for a cigarette, and you wound up sharing a vape and talking about music for 30 minutes. That's very cool, actually. Oh, we just had an ad start, and it's actually like, it's piss time. So I'm gonna BRB and be back as soon as I can when ad is done. Okay, be back in a minute, be back in a minute. hello. I immediately had to cough as soon as we got back. Hello, hello. If only we were animals of logic and not emotions. No, that'd be no fun. That'd be no fun. Emotions are fun. Okay. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I got to pet Mr. Meow Meow too, so hopefully he will take the offering and be chill for the rest of the night. Hum a song, any song. Okay. Oh no. Now that it's like now that it's happened, I'm like, what song? What song? Whoa. What are songs? Okay. That was an actual song that I had to think of the words. Also, hi Raylander. Chill. Yeah. It was comfy. Good. Yay. I'm glad it was comfy. Oh, I meant to, I need to do it still, but I'm gonna put a poll up in the Discord, for what we're gonna do for our next milestone. I don't know if we'll do... I don't know if we'll do like a... Oh god, throat is still gunky. Tim's dream. But well, it's between karaoke and Subnautica stream, and it'll either be for the 400 follower goal or 500, because it kind of requires a little planning, and I wanted to put up a poll for what people would like. And also I have to get karaoke songs together. We'll probably do one for one and one for the other, actually. Maybe. I don't know. Not sure. But I'll put up a poll for that at some point when I remember, so that we can pick. Because if we do karaoke, I'll need help with song suggestions, or at least open up song suggestions to people if they would like to have one submitted, and then I will see if I can sing it at all. But I think if it's karaoke, it'll have to be for 500, which is not really close, but it's also like not that far, you know. We're getting there slowly but surely, which is exciting. Yeah, I know. We'll make it. We'll make it. It just might be like another month, but that's okay. Or probably more than that, actually. But that's okay. It just gives us time to collect songs and like be prepared. If we do karaoke, I've come a long way. Yeah, I've come like way farther than expected. And also, I just feel very lucky that all the dwellers are very awesome, and I have a really, really good community. So it's like super fun, and I never have to stress about like what we're gonna do on stream or like anything like that. It's just like very, very chill all the time, you know? Like, I just know I'm gonna have a good time every time we stream. So, oh man. It's not like I can attract a bad community with how you are. I hope so. I don't really know how I would. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how one really attracts any kind of community in particular. In my head, it's just like people, I don't know, people just decide, like, yeah, this is the vibe, this is it. So, like, if people have communities that they don't really feel comfy with, I don't really know how that happens, I guess. Well, I guess it's like if you have people who do stuff you don't like at the very beginning and you don't ever say anything about it, more people will think that's okay. So it can kind of, I guess, snowball into being uncomfortable. But everyone's awesome. Fire alarm community? What is fire alarm community? What would that mean? All I can think is people just going like beep 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 beep, you know, but like really loud in a way that I'm not gonna do. Yeah, you just gotta bonk rancid vibes. I never had any, like, I didn't even have to do that though. None arrived. There were no rancid vibes. Although, I guess for like some people, like, I know I'm very chill and we're being cool, but I feel like some people would be like, man, this mouse sure has talked about cannibalism one too many times. This is very strange. I don't like that. Or like, you know, would be off put by like, you know, the limb removal or something. So I feel like maybe just by default there's some filtering going on. By like just the way it be in the zone, you know. But I don't know. I guess I couldn't know for sure. You had an ASMR artist that had her fire alarm constantly beeping because it lacked batteries. Oh yeah, the smoke detector. Dude, I don't know. It's like the most annoying sound ever. Like, horrific. Like, the second your smoke detector is beeping at you, you're just like, I have to deal with this before I can do anything else in my life. Yeah, I guess you do just get used to it. But, I don't know, it's like, I'm one of those people that, like, if there's a noise I don't like going off and I'm trying to sleep, then I cannot sleep at all. Like, if my fan is making a squeaky, then, like, nope. If anything is off, I'm just, like, wide awake. Yeah, I gotta have, like, I have, like, a white noise fan, and then I listen to ASMR until I get super sleepy, and then I'm like, conk out. You live across the street from a fire department and they do the siren at 6 a.m. and p.m. and you never hear anymore. I would lose it. Like, well, I once lived near a train track and it did not bother me at all. I did get very used to the train, and Mama Mouse came to visit one time and she was like, oh my god, how do you sleep? And I was like, Mom, what do you mean? I sleep totally fine. I sleep totally normal. Yeah, but fire is way loud. At least the train is kind of like a consistent rumble. yeah, people they can get used to like most things at a certain point. If you start like sleeping through stuff enough times, your brain's just like, okay, we'll make it work. Yeah, the plasticity is wild. Yeah, I've never slept through an alarm before. I'm like not one of those people. But yeah, people all the time will just think like completely sleep through the like very loud audio alarms. And I'm like, the second my alarm goes off, I am up. When you first moved, you had to wear earplugs because of that. Yeah. I like, the only time I've ever had to wear earplugs was when Brother Cat was a little kitten. He was so loud and he would not shut up at night. Like he was like totally nocturnal. And I had to like, because if you give a cat attention at night when they're meowing, and you like basically you teach them to meow at night because what they want is for you to get up and do stuff with them, and you have to like make sure to never do it. So I had earplugs. I'm muting for like 1 second so I can readjust some stuff. Okay. The when I got back, the mic was kind of like at a weird place, and I was having to like stretch, and it was getting really uncomfortable. When you listen to some audio and there's like the faintest noise that resembles your morning alarm, you get a rush of, oh my god, me too. If I like, because the alarm that I have can also be a like a ringtone for people. So whenever I hear someone with it, I'm like, and like just so disoriented, and it is the worst, and it's scary. I hate that like so much. Your sister complains about your cat screaming in the morning and you've slept through it. Oh, I wish I slept through the cat sound still wakes me up, which is kind of like part of the point. It's supposed to sound a little bit like babyish so that they get a better response from people. And it works for me because Mr. Meow Meow is so baby, and I'm like, I would do anything for you. Are you sad? Do you need something? Let me help you. Not really. Like, I'm like, you're an adult. Get it together. You can take care of yourself for like a few hours. And he is normally really good at night because he is ready for bed, which we get to hear sometimes when he's like, it's bedtime. Come on, it's bedtime. But he like will sleep in bed all night with me. And normally Brother Cat's really good too, but sometimes he just like has something going on. Sometimes you forget your text tone is a VTuber doing an evil laugh when it goes off around others, and you're like, oh right, that's not normal. That's really funny though. I think one day, I don't know if this would ever be something someone wanted, but if we ever get there, I think doing a voice pack would be funny. Cause like, I always think it's really fun for people to just have like their streamer just being like, good morning, hello, good morning, and like other stuff. PC sound voice packs are fun. What does PC stand for? Wait, what? Your friend has his ringtone set to the Explosion song remix from Konosuba, and you mock him every time. I think I'm not used to ringtone in so long, because I'm like, if someone is calling me, one, I really don't want to answer. Like when you hear clear your recycle bin, you hear Dinma from Base Connect saying, trash. Oh, that's funny. I understand. I didn't know those existed. I only knew about the ones for phones. But like, PC sounds is really funny. Yeah, my phone has been on like silent you feel like PC sound packs are more common in JP. I feel like sound packs in general are more common for JP. I don't know. Like, I see them every once in a while for, I guess with like Corpos, they have sound packs for like all their divisions, but like with indies, because that's really all I know. I don't see them very often. But I guess I don't really know super big indies either. So maybe they're really common and I'm just not looking. Cause like, you know, I'm just not there to see it. There was something I remember that I did not. I was like, before stream, I was like, oh man, I got something to tell the dwellers. And it was just like, you know, one of my normal whatever I'm bringing to the table. Like, nothing burgers. But now I can't remember what it was. Oh, this wasn't it. But, along with working on getting the rendering done for the model, I've also kind of gotten back into trying to learn 3D stuff. Cause I have a couple projects for making some 3D environments for a secret project. So I've been like back on my Blender and Unity bullshit. Hell yeah, I'm like, oh my god, thank you. I've been like trying to re-remember all the stuff that I used to know years ago. And I'm like, oh. But, I think when it's done, it will be worthwhile. So I'm kind of like dumping a lot of stuff on my plate where I'm like, okay, on this day and this day, I need to work on the model for like this long, and then on these days, I need to like really, really jam these environments. And so far, I've made like no progress on the environments. I've made model progress though. I'm almost done with well, not that much. I did like the face that I showed in the Discord, and then I have the hair in the back, and I'm almost done with the bangs, which probably doesn't sound like very much, but hair takes forever for me, and I'm doing both hairstyles at the same time, so that I will get done with like both outfits at the same time. The actual clothes, I don't think are gonna be as complicated, and also I think I like over-render the heck out of hair, like probably way more than I should, to the point where I'm worried it doesn't look very good, and I should like redo the rendering and make it like way less. But I don't know. I'll kind of see how it looks when it's done, cause like it's just like how I draw. So I don't know if I should like try and change my style to make it, I don't know, more VTuber-y. I don't know. But if I did less, it'd probably take less time. That's for sure, actually. It would take way less time. I'll figure it out, thank you, yeah. Like, I do like it. I think it looks pretty good. I think I'm just making more work for myself for no reason. But, in it, I don't know. I might show another preview in the Discord with like maybe 2 options and see what people think. looks better. Good feedback. Or I could not, if people wanted to be a surprise. I don't know which one people would prefer. But at least it's coming along pretty decently. And a lot of the other bits that are not the hair are much faster. So, you know, it's something. I haven't heard any updates from the other models. But I think I'm gonna try and get a GB 3D model list. It was really, really affordable that a friend of mine used to do for like maybe more 3D stuff. Chibi is amazing. Yeah, Chibi's so cute. I thought about like maybe trying to do a chibi like version of main model, but I don't really draw chibi very well. It's not my thing. But this person does them really, really well. And like I said, they're really affordable, and I think it'd be fun for like, I don't know, 3D projects. It'd be really cute. So we'll see. We'll see. You should try to make some B2B models someday, since 3D model and rig pretty well. You should. A lot of people really like 3D models because it lets you do like, you know, full body motion, obviously. So when people do like concerts or you know, any VR trend stuff, it's really nice to have a model that actually like looks like you. 3D is neat, you think? VR 3D is neat. Yeah, it's like, it is like a mirror. Yeah, I very much agree. 2D, you're very much puppeting, whereas 3D, you're just like moving. It does kind of require, if you want to do a lot, more tracking and more expensive tracking. Yeah, both can be super expensive. It's like you can kind of make either like as expensive or as inexpensive as you want. Like when I use my VOD, I just am using the webcam, so my tracking is meh. It's like okay, because my webcam has very low field of view. But also it's what I use to track my 2D. So my tracking is really limited no matter what I'm using, because I'm doing it budget style. But Papa Mouse might give me like, he's gonna see if he has an old phone, because he's like an Apple person, that I could use for tracking. But we'll see. That might not be a thing. But he said he might be able to do that for my birthday. We'll find out. But that'd be really funny. There's a bunch of fun side stuff you can do with 3D models too, aside from drag. Yeah, like 3D models, like I could use it for a lot of other projects. Yeah, and there's MMDs and stuff like that that you really can't do with 2D. But I just haven't really tried with the VRoid because it's not so much my thing. Although I guess it is kind of a thing I'm working on because of the environments that I'm trying to make and trying to remember how to do, even though they're kind of more like, I don't know, fun side project. I'm not gonna say more. it'll be when it'll be. Yeah, I've seen that they can be in games. I think a friend of mine told me that you can put your VRoid in, what is it, Valheim? But I tried playing that game one time and I went, oh, I don't like this at all. No, I don't have a VR helmet. I don't have anything VR. I just have the webcam for tracking. That's literally it. Because, you know, they're expensive. And I really don't have a whole lot of reason to do VR. Like, I'd really like to do VR chat stuff, but more of like as a way to do like a hangout or like a social thing or like an exploration thing. But like I don't think I'd ever play on my own because I'm way too scared to talk to strangers. So like all the social aspect would be lost on me entirely. Yeah, I've heard it's easy too. But yeah, I didn't like Valheim. It was crazy slow to me too. Like I tried it with some friends and I was just like, oh, alright, well, we're gonna be doing this for like ever. Never played it again. I did like Power World. Power World was fun, but it had my favorite part of like Pokemon Legends Arceus, where I just could dome creatures with balls in the head. Like I could just whack them in the head with a ball. So much fun. Yeah, because the model would definitely change the art direction. It might be kind of silly. I didn't do it, I just tried the game and went, ugh. Seeing your own model in a game is very cool. Yeah. Oh, my eye is really itchy. I don't know why. Using people do a lot of stuff with Left 4 Dead and Resident Evil, stuff like that. And you once did it with Yogis. Oh, that's very cool. I have not looked into it at all. Valheim, you feel, would be fine if every single biome was unlocked. It's the same problem the Cube World got after its Steam release. Oh, I didn't know that. I only got like the very beginning, so like we just like built a house, I think. Or maybe we actually just inhabited something. I really don't remember. It's been a really long time. By progression. Oh, yeah. We didn't progress either. So, I didn't really do a whole lot, but I was still like, meh. And it is not that I like grinding for medals takes too long. I don't think we even got nearly that far. And it's like, it's not that I don't like survival crafty games, because I really like Vintage Story. It's really fun. Which is, you know, kind of like a very rough thought game. Survival crafty. And, you know, you gotta get your medals, you gotta do smelting. Vintage Story mention. Hi, Shu. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, love Vintage Story. I need to get back to it, honestly. It's so much fun. I was building, like, a little... I've only ever played by myself. I know you can play with people, too. Soundtrack is also, yeah, the whole thing's really good. I really like it. And it scared me. Like, the little underground guys scared, like, freaked the shit out of me. But also, I've lost so much iron because of them, R.I.P. But, I, like, was building, like, I had, like, a storage shed, and, like, a little tiered terraced farming thing, and my animal pens, and, like, all this other stuff in my house, in the forge, in my, like, what's it called? Cellar, built into, the side of it, outside of a cliff, and, so it's, like, all very vertical. It's very cool. Oh, you're trying to get copper but can't find copper node. Oh. Do you have prospecting? I just got lucky. Anytime I found surface copper, I just mark it on the map and then go back later. And I was really lucky with surface copper. I was not lucky with surface anything else. But it's really fun. And you're pro picking. Oh, good luck. Vintage Story super hard. I mean, kinda. It's kind of hard. But, like, not really. It's kind of like if you fail a few times, and you probably will fail a few times, to get the hang of it, that's fine. Like, once you kind of get the hang of it, you're pretty good. And I guess it probably would have been worse if I didn't just build my house right next to my spawn. That would have been more annoying, but it was kind of like, yeah, I can just die if I need to. I don't have to worry about temporal gears or anything. And I was right next to a water source, so I had, like, close by clay, and was able to find 2 somewhat close by copper deposits from surface copper. And then prospecting got me a lot of copper, and then finding iron sucked. Or tin. I think it was tin. Or iron. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played. Really sucked, but then I got distracted, and I need to go back, because I was, like, really at a point where I was starting to get some cool stuff. But it's very cool. I think my main goal was to get a goat. You did have to reload seeds until you got some, and that was okay. Yeah, some of it's like, if it's like hard to the point where you're just not finding anything anywhere near you, sometimes you just gotta make a new seed, and that's okay. And building your house isn't in an unstable zone. You did that mistake once. Yeah, never build your house in a temporally unsafe area or you are like screwed. I built my house in an area, so like it's in the cliff. At first I was like just living in a little shack, and eventually I carved out the cliff to build the house and stuff. But at the top of like my mountain slash big hill, there's a bunch of wolves. So for a long time, I would like be minding my business, and a wolf will just drop out of a tree onto me, and I was like, whack, and just got like killed by a lot of wolves. And then like there's some water. It's like a big lake, and then on the other side, no, sorry, there's a trader and a bear, and like a bear keeps spawning there and coming over, and then when the bear is close enough, I have to like do like weird acrobatics to kill the bear. This is vintage story. It's on itch.io, and it's very fun. It's very survival block game, but and by looking at it, you might think, oh, this looks like Minecraft. Not really. And from what I understand, they're trying to do away with any of like the menu buildy stuff. And there's like weird rust and time instability and things called drifters and bullhorns and all sorts of stuff. It's very cool. I never made it to the big story dungeon though with the big boss. Hi, Grogan. Hello. Oi. But yeah, the game's fun. Highly recommend if you like buildy blocking games and getting eaten by wolves. Oh, and mauled by boars. And when you finally get chickens, you know, for a fox to get through the crack in your chicken coop and eat all your chickens, and then you just have a fox and you're like, ugh. There's a story. Yeah, there's a story. The story is kind of, you piece it together through like books and stuff. But yeah, we are the player characters of Vintage Story are kind of like returners, like way in the past. There was a thing called like the rot or the red rot, something like that. And like it was killing all the people and turning them into rot beasts. And they have to go underground and they make these machines, and that's what like the enemies are. This isn't really like, it's not really spoilers, it's like the basic information. That's all I'm gonna say. But like, yeah, you can also just not realize there's a story at all. But that's like just world history. But I think as far as it goes, it's still kind of very early access and at the beginning. So there's only like one like quest and one like story-based dungeon and boss. But there will be more. Yeah, that's what the randoms from the technologically ancient ruins are. There's journals and books and stuff that you can find if you look. And we are not talking about the Jack Black movie, although I would like to see the Vintage Story version of that movie. where really you are spending 2 hours trying to like drag a goat on a leash into your little pen, and then it doesn't work, and you didn't realize that if you put an animal in complete darkness, it will despawn, so you put it in a little box so it stays safe overnight, but then you come back in the morning and it's gone and you turn the game off. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I wasn't sure that I would like it because it is like harder, but really it's just like slightly more technically like complex, like vintage junkie. Like I was reading about it and it was like, yeah, you gotta make sure you do crop rotation so that like blah 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 your soil, a mineral something something. And at first I was like, oh, I don't want to rotate crops. And then I was like, what if I did rotate crops? What if I made a 3-tiered like trellis garden system where like we rotate what gets grown on every layer per season? And I did that and it was pretty sick. Yeah, also yeah, because you can just like see what's in what. It is not hard. In my head, it seemed harder. In practice, it's not terribly hard. And also you can just like make more plot wherever, you know, like it's not going anywhere. If you run out of good soil and you don't have fertilizer, just like plant it somewhere else, you know. But it's cool. I'm very proud of my garden. I have not played in a really long time though, and I need to play again. Simulated crop rotation is what Minecraft is missing, right? What Minecraft always needed was having to make molds for my smelted ore to fill so that I could make tools, and having to actually build out the clay molds myself, and crop rotation, and also I guess a fox coming and eating all of my chickens. The only animals I have are chickens and rabbits and boar. And then I have an empty sad bin where I would love any other animal to be. I mean, I guess any animal that could give me like dairy. That's what I'm missing. I am missing a dairy product. Maybe one day I'll get back to it. There's just so many games. So they made Terra Firma Craft into a full game. I have no idea what Terra Firma Craft is, but maybe. I've also never left the like middle biome of Vintage Story. I've never been to the cold zone or to the savannah because I just felt like I would die. It's a Minecraft mod that's like Vintage Story. Oh, I did not know that. Is there a Discord? Yeah, you can exclamate, or I'll do it. I will. Discord. There's Discord. There's a Gamer Zone channel for all things game related. Whatever game it might be. You've watched a few bits on Vintage Story. It looks cool. I think. So you know how like people be like, oh, this is our stream Minecraft world and everyone can play Minecraft. You know, we could, I don't know how many people can play Vintage Story together, but we could Vintage Story one day maybe. Maybe we could all have a Vintage Story. Maps. I don't really know how it works though. I'll have to look into it. And also, you do die. Like, a lot. And, scary little monsters will come and try and eat your butt. And then, sometimes, you'll just be minding your business, and then a temporal storm will happen, and it will just absolutely ruin the temporal stability of your life for, like, hours. And, like, the walls will be trippy, and you're just like, okay, I guess I live like this. So you just get up and get some water. Oh, also, and you do have to eat and drink. Or maybe just eat. I don't remember. I think eat. And you starve to death. Like, frequently. Or you eat a lot of berries. Like, the amount of berries I ate at first. Holy. Spending hours just making pies. Yeah, oh man, I had so many like crocs that just like porridge it started. Yeah, I never really was a Minecraft person either. Like, I've played it a few times, and I've played it like, you know, when friends are like, oh, we're doing like a Minecraft whatever. I'm like, alright, I guess I'll play for like 2 days again and get bored. But when I got into Vintage Story, I was like, oh, autism lock-in. And then making a cellar. God, I was so happy with my cellar. Yeah, the last time I played was like a Pixelmon thing that a friend of mine made, and basically was like bullied me into playing. Cause they're very into Pokemon, and they were like, you love Pokemon, there's Pokemon in here. And I was like, oh, that's true, I do. But, you know, once I had my favorite Pokemon, I just kind of went, okay, I'm good. Oh yeah, I'll look at it after stream. Modding Minecraft to turn it into Factorio. Just play Factorio. I mean, to me it was kind of like, yeah, this is more Pokemon for when I'm done with my other Pokemon, but I didn't really like it as much as my regular Pokemon. Although I don't even really go back and play old Pokemon games either. Factorio doesn't have cubes. You were really into Grounded for a while. Oh, that's the one where you're little, right? And there's bugs. That was enough for me to go, I'm good. I played Ark for a while with some friends who had an Ark server, but my computer at the time, like, barely could handle Ark. And again, it was like the same thing, where I'm just really there to get my favorite dinosaur, and then once I do, I'm like, okay. That's pretty much it. Honey, You Shrunk the Kids with the copyright runs off. Your is BF, boyfriend or best friend. Your BF dragged you into playing Grounded knowing full well you're terrified of bugs. That's mean. Boyfriend. Okay. Oh man, that's so rude. Funnily enough, the fear eventually turned into concept bloodlust. That's one way to go for it. Just being like, I'm scared of bug, therefore I must destroy. And you can never play Ark. Your last PC almost died the moment you opened it. Oh yeah, I haven't tried in a really long time since old PC. Cause like it was kind of a smaller like hard drive, so I could either have like I always have Final Fantasy 14 on my computer, so I could either have 14 plus Ark or like 14 plus like a bajillion other games. So if I had Ark, I was like logged in, and I like it, but like not that much. You can never do the caves because they're just full of bugs or leeches. Oh god, leeches are kind of cool. I like a leech mouth on something. They're pretty neat. I mean, scary, but like, you know, kind of cool. But it'd be fun to play Ark again one day. I think I play it like cheater baby mode though, where everything is easy. Because I just want to play with dinosaurs. I don't like want to struggle that bad. You have an addiction to Black Desert Online, and you got a new PC just to play. Then now, and you're over here playing Honkai Star Rail. Oh, Black Desert is another MMO I never really played, and sorry for the cracking. That is my knuckles. I'm like just cracking them absentmindedly. And I played Honkai for a little bit, but I got distracted. Which is like all of the Hoyo games. I'll play for like a couple months, and then I'm like, okie dokie, something else now. Oh, yeah, I haven't tried it in a really long time either. Any open world games can usually be saved with mods. True. There's like enough modding will make a lot of games that have issues be
like way less issues. Have people saved Starfield yet? Oh my god, I have embarrassing Starfield history. So my ass loves like the theming of Starfield, like a lot. And to be fair, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't finish it. But what I did do was buy the super mega fancy, not like super mega fancy, but the pretty fancy collector's edition that had like the Starfield like watch, and like the little credit metal thingy was like the game code, and like it comes in the cool box and all that. And I have the Starfield like special Xbox controller, which I actually still think looks really cool. No regrets there. Some regrets about the collector's edition. Even though it looks really cool. And it's like, the box is kind of just like a little gaming display thingy. I liked the game, but I like maybe got halfway through because like I just did base building for so long. I got tired of the game and never did like the rest of the story. Flopsy, hello. Hi. Welcome Raiders, welcome Roger, hello. How was stream? I hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? Oh my god, my voice is going. What were you up to? How was stream? I hope you were doing well, and I hope you had a fun time. Hi Red Bunny Raid, yeah. For those of you who don't know, Flopsy is very cool. Check her out. But yeah, welcome Raiders. You are also doing ASMR, yay! Oh, it's always a good time. For those of you who do not know me, hi, I'm Bucket. I am a cybernetically and genetically enhanced lab mouse. This is but a temporary form. My forever model is in the works that will represent that. We do ASMR on Mondays and different days, and on Thursdays we do mostly retro horror, but horror in general. So ASMR and horror is kind of our thing. Yeah, cyborg. Oh, let me get the globes. Yeah, I mean, the copper collection is the copper from my mechanical limbs. So it is our check-in. Can I get more awesome? How do you feel about retro games? Do you love PS2 games? We talk about them a lot. I mean, technically, I guess you could be getting the copper from wherever you want. Typically, it's from me, though. And I do the collection from the walls for the group. Oh, Cable, I'm sorry. Yeah, how much do you love Silent Hill? Don't get me on the topic. PS2 generation was your gamer power band old enough to afford all this stuff, young enough to have time to play it? Oh, yeah. I couldn't afford a lot, because I got the PlayStation 2 a bit after it actually came out, but it's definitely my most played system. But yeah, we are a retro enjoying community. Croc 2 for PS2 is where it's at. Obviously I'm biased with Silent Hill, but Dot Hack is probably series-wise my second favorite. And oh no, I am lying to you. I am so sorry. I am lying. Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite series of all times, but seeing as it takes place over multiple consoles, I feel like maybe that shouldn't count. You love the anime but never played a Dot Hack game. So here's the thing about Dot Hack. They're almost kind of hard to recommend, except for GU. Dot Hack GU, so much fun. But Infection
so on are kind of punishing, so they're almost a little hard to recommend. Yeah, classic PS2, Hitman Blood Money, and Sonic Unleashed. Oh man, I never played Hitman, and I'm not a Sonic person, except for the Dreamcast Sonic. but, there's so many good ones. You have Dot Hack, but I haven't played it. You should. Yeah, with the anime DVD. Oh, and Dark Cloud was also so good. Dark Cloud 2 was really, really good too. You almost read my name as Bucket Balls right now. Hi Moonies, hello. Welcome. No, it's Bucket Belpsy. Belpsy being a type of mouse. You're old school, you beat. Wait. So, Nag? Or is it Dot Hack? So grind is no deterrent. Yeah, grinding's fine. It's more like, you know, it's very strange. Oh yeah, Dark Cloud 2 in the photos, it's so good. Oh, Nag is the most punishing old school dungeon crawler. Oh, I'm not aware of it. And Spyro. I loved Spyro too. It was like one of the first games I got. I have, oh yeah, Sly Cooper, also good. I'm not a platformer person, but I still have my Sly Coopers. The Spyro remaster was really fun too. Yeah, so good. Can you call me BBS? I mean, you can call me whatever. I mostly respond to Bucket though, although someone once called me Gucket and that made me sad. Not really, but you know. Hi Melkor, hello. You were replaying Dark Cloud as an adult and that shit is mega hard. I haven't played the first one in forever, but I feel like I played the second one not that long ago. It wasn't like recent, but it also wasn't as long. You remember the Cucket era? No. I don't wanna be a cock. I don't wanna be a cock. I normally mistype my own name as Booker, and I don't love that either. Also, thank you for the follow, Moonies. Hello. Welcome to, I guess the ranks of the dwellers. I live in your walls now. You don't have the lore. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember the lore. I just remember being called Cucket. Did you ever play Xenosaga? Yeah, Xenosaga was very cool. A friend of mine had it, and I had to go over to her house, and she would play it, and I would watch her. And I remember like the beginning, like when you're fighting stuff, you can't fight stuff at first. Like you have to like do something before you can actually fight the enemies. And I remember the struggle we had. She only remembers sitting in the chair. I mean, how can you forget the chair? You think it's your favorite non-Final Fantasy JRPG? Oh, that's such like a hard, you know, competition. I don't even of the Final Fantasies. My favorites are probably controversial takes. Truly living in the moment. Yeah, the Cucket chair. Definitely a real place that I am sent every time, I don't know, something. You do give space for Kingdom Hearts, you mainly consider. Yeah, I'd kind of like put Kingdom Hearts with like, you know, regular Final Fantasy. It is what it takes. How hot can they be? Probably not very hot. 14 is my favorite Final Fantasy. Beyond that, it's 10 and 16, probably. Which are like probably weird. I think 10 is pretty normal.
but like 14 is also like probably like my favorite game, period. 10 2 is fun for what it is. Magical Warrior Princess Dress Up. I hated 10 2 so much. When I first played it, and you just finished 16, you thought it would be a happier ending. Oh man, I knew going in. So, knowing Yoshi P had his hands in the pie that it is 16, I was ready to cry. You can't say you've heard 16 be mentioned as a favorite often. Yeah, I think that's the only one that's controversial. But like, it fits the themes that I like better. Like, I like a silly game, but like, you know, Endwalker is my favorite part of 14, and it was mostly me just like gross sobbing and like, I don't know, reassessing my life and just like crying and being like, I'm sure I'm done crying, and then playing more and then crying more, and then like I looked at the Magic the Gathering spoilers today because they spoiled the Final Fantasy Commander decks, and one of them is a 14 deck, obviously, and I just like got like wet eye looking at the cards and being like, oh, it's my people. And like even the lands are like themed for like different Final Fantasy zones, like from different games, and I like got emotional about that. You know, for you, peak Final Fantasy is 9 story game characters twist as, and oh my god, the card mini game. You forgive Tintu for its sins because Pain surfing off Patty. I mean, I think a lot of the designs were really good. I was just like as a youth, I was just like, what is this? Like, what are we doing this? Just woke up to recognize your favorite MMO being mentioned. Is it 14? Because 14 is my favorite game. Like, outside of MMOs, I think it has to be, right? Like, I've spent so many hours in it. I feel like claiming something else is like a little ridiculous. I feel like 9 is a lot of people's favorites. Would be funny if it was like 11 or something. Oh my god. Pain is why you bought it. I mean, I liked Pain and Riku and Yuna as like a unit too. I think they're all very good together. The game itself is just very strange. Yeah, 10 to 10 2 is very weird. Hi Rico. Buckbee. Buckbee. Back in the day, people would get angry if you chose 9 over 7. I hear more and more people going, I didn't really care for 7. Like, people are less scared to not be, like, super obsessed with 7. Because it's like, wow, 7's really good. It's very cool. It's not my favorite. And I think that maybe is true for, like, other people too. It just don't hit the same for me. Even though it is also still good. 7 you feel has not aged well. I don't know, maybe that's why they're doing, like, you know, the remakes and stuff. But, I mean, a lot of people still really love the original. Like, when I say that 10 has aged super well, you know, I mean, maybe. But I love 10 still, because it's the first one I played, so I think I, like, just can't not love it. You spent more time on the snowboarding minigame than you did regular playing. You think 4 beats 7? That's a really hot take, actually. I cannot say that I love 4. I can't even say that I like the 4 parts in 14. Oh, and Tactics is also kind of insane. It's hard to say, like, I also really love Crystal Chronicles, and I would put that as, like, one of my favorite Final Fantasies, but it's, like, not a numbered Final Fantasy, so it's kind of like, you know, Tactics is just so good, and you also very much. I like 12 a lot too, like the Ravenester raids in 14. I know this is like, I'm sorry, I keep mentioning 14 with everything, but like it's so fun because like the Ravenester tie-in, Fran, my beloved. But 14 wasn't, not 14, 12 was another one I played early too, and I really liked it, but I was really bad at it. Like, I struggled at the end. It's the only one you would never want to play again. Oh, interesting, interesting. Yeah, Fran and Balthi are like such a good combo. Nanaki lives in your heart forever, so you'll always love 7. Tactics for PS1 is literally your favorite PS1 game. Oh. So good, so good. Tactics is very fun. I think more people should play the Tactics ones. Thunder God Week. What? It was fun to witness. Oh, Sidolphus. Oh, Sidolphus. Thunder God is still, like, I escort Sprouts through the game a lot. I've gotten, like, multiple people through 14, and every time we get to that raid, and it's like, Thunder God Sid, I'm like, so, like, this might go fine, but this also might, like, be really, really bad, and we might do it, like, 5 times. Because it's gone, like, so downhill for me, like, so many times, years later. It's just, like, you can just wipe still. Yeah, but 12 was good, 12 was good. You still need to play 15 and 16. I kind of didn't really play 15. 16 I really liked. I thought it was very cool. Also, hi Roger. I don't know if I said hi, but hi. Any unappreciated gems on PlayStation 1 if you like tactics. I've mentioned this before, but Eternal Eyes was very cool. It's a tactics game, where you're kind of like a puppet controller and you have red eternal eyes, blah blah blah. I don't remember the plot. I just remember that like you can kind of like get these puppets and turn them into all these different units. It was very fun. You don't know about underappreciated, but Twisted Metal, despite having a PlayStation 1, still didn't really like play that many PS1 games. Like, I just have like the major, like, I have Spyro, I have Crash Bandicoot, I have blah blah blah. Maybe not even very many more these days, but I just played like the regulars. Hi Brandon, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, 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 welcome. Your dad played 4 as a teen and kept it when you were as a teen. Oh no. And kept it when you were born and playing as a Dark Knight spoke to the angst inside your 5-year-old soul. That's very fun. That's actually, like, that's very funny. Just being like, yes, I'm a 5-year-old and I am the new Dark Knight. My eye is still itchy. I don't know why. It's very bothersome. I'm sorry, I keep giving the model a stroke every time I like rub it. What else was good on PS1? No. I was about to be like, oh man, remember this game? And then name an N64 game. Which, when I was little, because obviously I was not choosing my consoles myself, my Mama and Papa Mouse got me an N64, and these were both late. Like, this was like right before GameCube came out, or PS2, and then I got PS1, and I mostly just played like actual like games for kids on N64, but there's this one game called like Mischief Makers or something, and I thought the art style was so cool. Yeah, but yes, I understand your pain, Cecil. I was was told no apple juice, I too am unfairly persecuted. Oh, Shadow Tower. I only know of this because YouTube. Yeah, there was like so many games I just never got to play on like those systems. Oh, probably not underrated anymore, but there's always Persona 2. Also, that was a game I got to play many years later. Because obviously, Mama and Papa Mouse were not buying me Persona 2 Eternal Punishment and Innocent Sin. I'm the first person to ever know about Shadow Tower that you've met. Don't worry, there's YouTube retrospectives about it. And at a certain point, they're like, man, you're a nerd. You love retro games. Do you want to watch like a 3-hour video about Shadow Tower? And you're like, yeah, I do. Give it to me. I've already watched the retrospectives about all of my favorite old games. Give me games I've never heard of. The game was hard. It looked hard. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I'm watching this video because I don't think I would ever actually play this. Or if I did, I'd be like, nope, I'm good. I think I got all of my, like, cool game. Like playing, I would go over to my neighbor's house and he had a Dreamcast. And we'd play. I say we'd play, I didn't really have a lot of choice. It was just like, I'd go over and be like, we're gonna play Pokemon cards. And he'd be like, no, we're playing Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Dead or Alive. And, some game called Sulfur that is like so in my head, despite I don't think anyone has ever played it. Yeah, the retro gaming to actually, those are just like the games I played. Because old. Oh yeah, at least now you can kind of like just figure out what you need to do, but man, I couldn't beat Kingdom Hearts 1 on my own. I had to get the guidebook because I got lost inside of Monstro. The games aren't retro, people are just too young. Sulfur, the extraction shooter? No, Sulfur, the like night game. You were a knight. There was turkey or ham or something. I don't know. I kinda gotta make sure that I'm actually not like making this shit up. Let's see. Yeah, it's just called Sulfur. It's exactly how I remember. This game looks bad. Just kidding. This game has insane reviews. I was like, man, this looks like dog shit. But that was just the Sega Dreamcast, apparently. Yeah, it's got really good reviews. What is... I don't... Okay, in my memory, this game did look better. Thank you for the follow, Shell. Welcome to being a dweller. I live in your walls. I definitely don't watch you while you're asleep or steal any samples for research data. I would never do that, don't worry. But yeah. Okay. Silver is an action role-playing game from Microsoft. Oh no. For Windows Dreamcast and Mac. Released in '99. Okay. Plot. Samples of what? You know? Samples. For research. For study. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, takes place in the island region of Jura, commonly known as the Wheel of Life. Blah 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 blah. We are a young dude named David who's married and has a grandfather. What? Wait, no. What? Yeah, of the dwellers. Hi, George Senpai. Welcome, hello. Okay, the plot of this game is wild. I guess Silver is the bad guy. What are negative affirmations? You know, I don't know. You know, being like, wow, you're really stinky today, huh? Or something. The opposite of a positive affirmation. Or it could be like an evil affirmation. Like, wow, everyone's really scared of you. You're really like intimidating the populace, huh? Wow, committing a lot of crimes lately, huh? Can't believe it. Yeah. Yeah, positive affirmations for those who need to get told they're a good boy, girl, or them. And, you know, everything's gonna be okay. And they're working really hard, and I'm really proud of them, and I know they can do it. And negative affirmations for someone who really needs to be told, neutral affirmations. Yeah. Pastel. Things are going. You know, stuff is definitely happening, and you're definitely doing things. And don't worry, things are gonna keep going. I'm really proud of the, you know, occasional things that have been done. Keep working on it. I'm sure it'll work out. But, you know, it might be a while. So, you know, don't get your hopes up too fast. Need them negative affirmations. Bro, why are you like this? We all know what you're doing. Is that you? Come on, man. You gotta shower. We can all smell. All I have is your stinky. I'm like not very good at actually being mean. I love Brogue so much. Brogue is one of my like. I have a lot of Brogue feelings. 1, amazing PlayStation game. 2, amazing Sega game. It was Saturn. Thank you, Brogue. It kept me up by saying you should just keep going. Yeah, you know, if you think like you've really made it, make sure to like assess yourself. Is there more you could learn? Could you be doing better? Yeah, Brogue is so cool. The game, not the music or architecture. Brogue the game. It is a very, very cool dungeon crawler. Like the environment's very rad. Just the whole thing is so cool. It is kind of one of those things when I am truly having one. I just think about God, who is an anime woman, in the bottom of the Neuro Tower, going, "Don't go crazy, don't 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 go crazy," like forever. Yeah, you do have to die at a certain point in the story to continue it. It's so cool. Xenoblade existing makes you feel sad every time a new game is announced because it means you'll never get a Xenosaga remake. You never know. Sometimes they do wacky stuff. I know I'm never getting Dot Hack Originals back because they literally lost all of it. All the Dot Hack that exists is all the Dot Hack that will exist for those 4. I mean, you know, emulation exists, but blah blah blah. And I don't think enough people care that they'll ever make more. Xenosaga is forever trapped in PlayStation jail. Yeah. They never even made it available on PSN. That's what emulation is for. This is... Look, if they will not remake my games, I will still play them. But yeah, apparently the plot of Silver in this game is that Silver is a guy, I guess, joins the army because... Oh wait, no. Silver bad guy. He basically orders the army to bring all the women to his island so he can take a woman.
And then you are a guy who gets his wife kidnapped and goes, guess I gotta go get my wife back home. And like, just does. Throughout this game that is actually pretty long. I do think it's kind of funny that they just named the game after the bad guy because the main character's name is just like David. So yeah, you just go defeat a big evil guy because, you want your wife. And this guy already has a daughter whose name is Glass. A man named Silver named his daughter Glass. Huh. Anywho, she also hates her dad or something. This is wild. I don't remember any of the plot. I just remember like the guy walking around, and sometimes when you defeat enemies, they just drop like ham. Yeah, very Metal Gear-esque names. And it looks weird. Yeah, but also very good husband. That's the type of man, get kidnapped by an evil warlord, he'll come and kill everyone. I think maybe because he used to be like a soldier or something, but I guess he just does it. Yeah, it's either ham or turkey. They just like turn into cooked food, and you go, that's my health.
Hi, Silva. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Yeah, look, they just had meat in their pockets, and when they die, they disappear and they leave the meat behind. And like, who are you to turn down free meat? Not me. Not I. That's for sure. Brogue is one of the games I do want to play sometime. But I've in the past had a really hard time because I've wanted to replay this game for a long time, but I, for the life of me, cannot get the Sega Saturn or the PlayStation versions working with the patch because they only came out in Japanese, I think. And I just can't get them going, which is like a bummer. And I could play the PlayStation 2 version, but it's not quite as cool. I like the art direction in it still, even though a lot of people don't because it kind of got animated. But I really want to play the originals. It's easier to get it down if you pretend it's delicious bird in or pig meat. Honestly, it's actually almost a negative in comparison to what you could have. Cause like, look, you're slaughtering evil man's army for like getting your wife. You might as well go a little crazy with it. Get a little crazy. Bite a guy. Chew on someone's leg. Teach him a lesson. Who doesn't love pocket hams? So true, so true. Yeah, it's not cannibalism if they're evil, it's totally different. That's like being resourceful and not wasting resources. Also, that reminded me of the cannibalism ASMR video. I'm gonna try and have the next one edited and up tomorrow, since we don't have stream, to like go up on YouTube tomorrow. And then I think, I don't know if we'll do like part 1 of, having a snack, or part 1 of running away in the back rooms first. I'm not sure yet, but I'll try and get one recorded this week for next week. So I can get back on top of it, uploading once a week. And the one that's going up tomorrow will eventually have a part 2 as well. But I kind of have not scripted that. It just says open for part 2. Which I guess technically this one is a part 2 because there was a prequel. I don't know why I'm making all of these like lore connected. But I kinda can't help myself. Running away in the back rooms because you're an idiot. Yeah, it's
to escape an entity in the back rooms, and then things go wrong for the listener a little bit. You know, we gotta keep it a little unsettling. Yeah. I think those will be fun. Realistic TBH. I think all of them. I'm gonna have to like all of the ones that I have, like partially done, or like, oh no, listener, things sure are going wrong for you. Like either in the back rooms or, you know, 'cause your dinner. But I need to do another one that's like somewhat actual comfort, just in case. Even though I don't know how many people listen to them, but they're fun. They're fun to make. But I feel like just doing them that are like, you know, kind of like unsettling after unsettling. I guess twisted comfort is kind of the theme. But at a certain point, maybe actual comfort too. I don't know, because I have the cute little art of me sleeping. I thought of doing a like sleeping together, regular style, not the other kind, like regular way. ASMR to use it for background, because I really think it's cute and I don't get to use it that much. Post-horde dangling comfort. Yeah, we do, you know, we get like 7 horrors to one comfort. You know, we did head scratching, so now we get to do something else in 5 or so videos. But no one gets mangled in the backroom ones like that. You know, maybe body horror. You know, we'll see. But yeah, regular style. I don't think I could ever do, like, I know there's a lot of people who do, like, you know, adult only audios, and I think I would be like way too embarrassed. No, it's not my style, but I would like, despite that it not really being my thing, I don't think I would ever be brave enough even if it was. Yeah, lobotomy into like a massage, into like harvesting organs for profit. It just start with horrible mangling, then stop and go, yep, that's me. But you're wondering how I got there. It could. Just make it like comedy ASMR. Although, I just realized I might be simple and empty brain. I was like, man, I don't think I could ever do just like ASMR videos like adult content. And then I remembered for a lot of people, horror and like violence and gore is adult content. Oh no. First time you get here and the only thing you hear is organ harvesting. Yeah, we're discussing some of the pre-recorded YouTube ASMR videos that are like, you know, coming down the pipe, such as getting mangled in the back rooms and, you know, getting kidnapped and experimented on, your organs being harvested, mild cannibalism, you know. Sometimes it's like that. But welcome, yeah, we, you know, sometimes you just gotta get a little nibble of a friend. Yeah, and then I did have the thought that maybe I should actually put warnings on things. Yeah, it's just how it is here. Look, we are a horror and ASMR streaming mouse. So sometimes we get a little weird with it. A little freak-coded, you know. Yeah, honestly, I think horror is very, very cozy and comfy. And
I didn't know that that was as common as it is, but it actually very much is for a lot of people. A little goofy with it, quite goofy with it, actually, as one might say. We do get goofy silly. We also get, threatening occasionally. You don't know. It is what it is. I am just a little mouse living in your walls, occasionally watching you and taking notes while you sleep, and definitely making sure no other entities try and take over my territory. When Bucket harvests your organs, yeah, don't worry, they'll only be used for good, for me specifically. You silly head, she said as she cranked a hand drill and dull scraping sound. Yeah. Gotta listen to the latest video, PRP. I did start putting the extracting brainworms video on TikTok because someone asked me, like, when's the next ASMR? And I was like, oh yeah, I've been really lazy and just putting up clips from stream only and not actually, putting any of the ASMR up. And I also had like somebody else be like, yeah, I liked those ASMR videos for sleeping. When are you putting more on there? And I was like, well, they're on YouTube. Which is funny because I will not go on YouTube unless I have to watch ASMR to sleep. Can you donate a kidney through Ko-Fi? Yeah, I'll take it and definitely not put anything in your kidney capsule and then give it back. Can't wait for Nugget Redeem when people are gonna join stream the first time and see it. Oh my god, yeah. I'm excited. I'm actually really stoked for it. There's like a couple redeems that I think will be really fun. Mostly for Nugget and the tail. But I'm stoked. I don't know if I'm gonna have it be like you can remove like one limb at a time, or you gotta go full Nugget all at once. I don't know. The brainworms were nice, and you can't get your TikTok to show you AFMR stuff. It's all weird stuff. Ugh, it's hard to get mine. Like, I'll have my algorithm be like good, and then it'll get so screwed up and just start showing me like normal. Like, we're just gonna say like normie TikTok. Where it's just like, I don't know. Man, I'm putting dollar bills under my husband's work boots in the mop bucket to see if he'll clean when he said he'll clean the house. And I'm like, I don't care. If he won't clean, get a divorce. Show me my, like, weird stuff again. Where's the new, like, what's it called? Y'all watching Neural Fizz? Where it's the street speaks, whatever. It's like the Chloron interview videos where it's like we're asking real Chlorons real questions. Oh, those are the best ones. I love it. You could see Nugget being on a timer and costing 4 times as much as a single limb. Oh, that's a good idea. Like, you could... I wonder... I'll have to look into this. I had a thought. I was like, I wonder if via Sammy we could make the channel points required kind of a sliding scale. Like, if one limb is already gone, nuggeting costs less than if no limbs were off. So, like, if there's only, like, half done, it would be cheaper. I don't know. I gotta look at it. I gotta see if that's possible. Otherwise, it might just be like one limb, and then you make a nugget. You gotta manually nugget. I don't know. Chew. The chews are fun. I like the chews. There's like chew.
people, do you now? Yeah, they're cute, they're fine. Chew! I think choose another one where it's like, I think I have it set to like 1 per person per stream. Chew! Or it could be all, I don't know. Chew, chew. Yeah, I think I could figure it out with Sammy. I just gotta mess with it, which it's hard to do without the model. Good, good, good. Everyone gets 1. Vloggy, vloggy. Vlog is nice. I love vlog. I gotta remember to make the text. Oh, thank you for the posture check. Let me pause for 1 second so I can readjust. I was schwimping. I feel like hopefully the psychological horror tag is enough to let people know it is kind of a freak zone. We're not being so normal in here. Maybe I should add meat. Normal is boring. Look, I gotta do something different. Also, I really couldn't keep it in if I tried. It would just be like, oh, doing my best to be normal, doing my best to be normal, and then one stream I'm like, how you guys think human blood sausage would taste? And people be like, yo, what? Excuse me. Or like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfy do you think a room made out of meat would be? Like, you know, Silent Hill style. Like, if all the walls and floors are meat, would it be cozy? Or would it be like too wet to be cozy? Since human is said to taste like pork, it tastes like regular blood sausage. It'd probably be really not interesting. You're feeling unwell already now. You ever wonder what sound a human brain makes when it hits the floor? A wet squish. Just a... But yeah, it's probably too wet. It seems like it'd be kind of squishy and nice, but like... Probably too juicy. Also, don't even think about the smell. It would smell terrible. Yeah, that would be the off-putting part. Meat floor would be easy to clean at least, unless it gets an infection. Smell wouldn't be nice in that case. Your house could get sick. Meat room is perishable. True, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Oh, human. Flesh Pit National Park, my beloved. I want to get Flesh Pit National Park merch thoughts are what put us in the loony bin. Oh, they could never catch me. They could try, but I can never be restrained. Pop off all my limbs, they cannot tie me down. Inch out like a little worm. I mean, oh man, I wonder if I could make myself a little t-shirt that's just Flesh Pit National Park. Yeah, we just roll away. Is the meat GMO free? You wanted all natural meat furniture. Our meat house has never been genetically modified. Its inhabitant. Different story. It's like, oh god, eyeball. It's like the room in 4 with a big ol' Eileen head, and like one of your walls is just staring at you the whole time, and you're just like, nothing gets past her. The GMO scare is all just media going crazy over fake news. To be fair, most of our food is genetically modified, and that's what makes it good food. Like if we were eating like corn au naturel, it'd be like a huge pain in the ass and pretty much like worthless to eat because it's like so few kernels. What's my favorite level in the back rooms? Honestly, just like regular old like classic office back rooms, maybe because it's like pretty cozy. I like the hotel level too, which is, it's pretty cool. I can't remember because I don't think it's like in the wiki lore, but you know the one that's kind of like the hallway with all the flowers and like the building and all the windows. That one's really cool as a concept. It's really pretty. If the level has water in it, it's not my favorite. It is my least favorite. You would think pools, cool, relaxing, nice, pretty. If you don't go into the dark water, you're fine. Still makes me uncomfortable. Too wet. It made you realize you need to play Golden Light. What's Golden Light? Oh, everything is made out of meat in that game. Oh, cool. Oh man, I'm very excited for some meat themed stuff in the future. Think about how humid the pools level is. Oh my god, and are they chlorinated pools? Like, do they smell like chlorine? The whole thing. I'm just like, ugh, wet, pooly, and like, kinda scary. You can eat your guns. That sounds crazy. You think they are? I know, like, on a certain level, the dark water has like a bacteria that kills you in it, or something like that. And it's like, clearly it can't be that coordinated, or else that wouldn't be there for those levels. But like, for the other one, I don't know. It seems like it'd be like very smell, and the water's not really deep enough to swim in most of the time. I don't know. It's pretty, but like I wouldn't want to hang, you know? It'd be like one of those places where I'm like, I kinda just want to leave, like now. And I'm really bad at remembering all the numbers for them for some reason. That was an experience. Look, it certainly is. Every time. Some days we are more, I don't know. Some days we do more sounds, some days we do more game talk, some days we talk about, you know, whatever. It is the type. Yeah, I always have a good time. I hope you guys do too. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I live in your walls now. Google says they're chlorinated. I mean, I guess, you know, you don't have to worry about a kid who peed in them. Or I guess the previous wanderer. Oh, awesome, awesome. I will look at it when stream is done, which is probably should be soon, because it is almost 1, which means you'd still worry. Oh yeah, I wouldn't really want to swim in there. Clean pee is still pee. That's really true. I mean, at a certain point, like, if it's diluted in all of the pool rooms, is it okay? Because, like, you know, it's mostly water, but you know there's still some pee. I don't know. Oh, I just remembered. I was thinking about doing the prequel to pool rooms for like a little ASMR game, and like walking, you know, to walk around and do like ASMR tearing. It wasn't something you were expecting to hear today. It's good to think about just in case you're thinking about drinking water. All natural water sources have some pee in them, to be fair. This is true, they do. That makes it better. Now, dark water is just where the monsters use the bathroom. I mean, they gotta go somewhere. Entities need bathrooms too. Unionize. Put entity bathrooms in the back rooms. Oh, but the pool's pretty cool. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing that since I've already played like regular pools, but then I remembered that the prequel part has a part where you have to swim in very, very deep dark water that looks like it might have something in it, and I legitimately don't know if I'd be able to do it. You don't want to know what happens when entities go on strike. Oh, just no one's getting spooked. They have stuff to do, you know? You know, the fun level where they're at a party. They're actually partying. You know, they don't have to just, like, be spooky and only turn around when the music stops. They can just ignore you and, like, you know, have cake and dance a little and just, like, groove, and everyone can come. Prequel to pools. Pool. Yeah, they came out with, like, a little mini, like, intro to where you go from like not pool rooms into pool rooms. I think it's just like a little free update to the game that they made. So it would be cool, but we might get to like that part and not progress. Cause you know, it is what it is. Or we could progress, but I might cry. So, you know, it might be fun either way, who knows? But, you know, true fear right there. And, oh, we're gonna finish scratches on Thursday. I am positive, like 100%, that we can finish on Thursday. And if we have time, we'll do a little ASMR and maybe try and figure out what we're gonna play next. We can go over the options then. I'll have to face my mouse fears. I mean, the thing is, I can face them, but like, I never get any better at it. Yay, I'm looking forward to it too, because I'm gonna need help, so I'm glad you don't have workouts. But yeah, I'm really excited to get it done. I've been enjoying it, but oh my god, I suck so bad. But I'm still excited. And did any of you guys like Voices of the Void? It's not retro and it's kind of only barely horror, but yeah, I need the hand holding. It's the kinder way to say backseat. Cause honestly, it's not really backseating when I'm like desperately like reaching out, being like, help me. You play Voices of the Void for the robot alien waifu. Oh yeah, Robo Wave. Voice of the Void is fun. It'd be a fun and I think easy, like if we ever want to keep Thursdays just like game only days, no like swapping to ASMR, it might be a good filler game. I don't know. An idea. But because it is getting late, for anyone who's new and would like to join us in the Discord, there's Discord. But is getting late. I probably should wrap it up because I do have work in the morning and it is only almost 1 a.m.
You're looking forward to Subnautica stream. Oh, if we do karaoke for 500, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play in a Discord. We'll play in a Discord. Too many games to play already. I feel like Voice of the Void, you can like do 1 or 2 in-game days, you know, and like if you only have a little bit of time, and like pick it back up whenever. Whereas like if I only have an hour, I wouldn't want to start a new game, you know. So that's why I was thinking maybe good filler game. Not sure though, cause ASMR is a good filler too. And then hopefully, I really want to do 2 ASMR streams a week. I really hope I can soon. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Yeah, Discord's fun. Always have a good time chatting with people, and you guys are very funny. Let's find someone to raid. Axel, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Join the Discord or else. Yeah, everyone have a good night. Everyone have a good night. I will, probably try and go to sleep pretty quickly after stream, but you know, I do always have a good time chatting in there. Oh, I know we raided Misha not that long ago, but she's doing partner celebration, so I think she's singing, doing karaoke. So let's raid Misha and tell her congrats on partner, cause she is awesome and you know, very good, very deserved. She's very cool and a fellow lab themed, science themed animal VTuber. But yeah, everyone tell Misha congratulations, and everyone have a very good rest, whether it is afternoon or morning or evening, and I can't wait to see you guys on Thursday for scratches. Good night, good night, good night. Bye everybody. I will miss you until next stream.